What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? We're back! Like herpes. It's March the 11th, Tuesday. A beautiful day to be alive. I know I wasn't here last week. Shit happened. I was in county jail. But we're about to start this motherfucker right now. The church is in session, bitches. What's up, dog? We're back. We have the beautiful and talented Miss Rachel Feinstein here today. We got my man Lee Syatt who didn't want to eat a mushroom. You know that guy. 2 hours to eat a mushroom.
You're
back and forth, looking at
we
it.
Need security
you had to put it in a meatball sandwich.
First of all, it wasn't a gram.
Unbelievable.
You'll see by the end of this episode what wasn't a gram, motherfucker. It wasn't a gram. And then they gave me 2 of them. Each one had 8 different caps on it. It was bigger than any mushroom I've ever seen. And it wasn't even blue. It was already fuzzing over the blue.
I slept with them between my toes that night.
I know
so
you did.
Nice
I took like 7 grams. I'm going to be fucking on the floor by the end of this episode.
We got a couch for you here.
Yeah, mushrooms are not like a Jew's drug.
They're not. Jews don't do well with drugs. That's why we have Manischewitz, the most disgusting wine in the world. Jews don't get fucked up.
I feel like we can drink, but like if I do mushrooms, like it just accentuates every quality I've been trying to erase my entire life. I'm just going to be like shivering in a corner.
Listen,
I ask everyone, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?
Jews love to party. No. Epstein, Netanyahu, they love to party.
Is that the first Jew you have to
bring up? Lead with our best, please.
Who?
That's like, what if you bring up Cuba, we bring up Castro? Why do you got to bring up the worst Jew?
Who? He's the worst Jew.
Epstein is a great opening Jew.
Well, he's Jewish, but that's just, he knows how to throw a party. He just fucking left the list on. Netanyahu, on the other hand, ain't that stupid. When he fucks you, he kills you afterward. You ain't telling no stories. There's no list. There's no plane manifest. There's nothing. That's a real fucking Jew. You understand me? Anyway, how's it going,
Welcome
Rachel?
to the podcast, Rachel.
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm dressed like a district attorney, I realize, for this. I should announce that I really overdressed today.
No, you look fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
You got class. Not like these fucking wenches.
I just
They come in here with their titties sticking out trying to get fucking spots at the Comedy Cellar. You dirty bitches, you know what I'm saying? So, you can't. You hold your own like a woman. Fuck yeah.
Thank you. My Colombian friend, gay friend, did my makeup at Pico's. I was like, hey, do you think I look okay at Pico's? Yeah, that Colombian did a good job on you.
So she did your makeup or something? You look great.
Yeah, it's he's like, yeah, Colombians did a good job on you. That was his way of phoning in a compliment. That was like the best he was going to do.
Is he gay too?
Yes.
Oh boy. Gay Spaniards are the best, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Anybody can be gay. Meet a Latino guy, that's a fucking faggot.
They run a fucking
Those motherfuckers are old school fags. They get the training in the Bronx from the bodegas. You ever see the movie Crooklyn?
No, Brooklyn.
Crooklyn. It's a
Spike Lee movie. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, long time ago.
The best scene in that movie is when the kid goes into the bodega and the Puerto Rican tranny's in there with a wig tipped over. He got like a black eye from the night before. I grew up around those guys in the Bronx.
Right.
Like when I used to go to my mother's dry cleaner, I always saw a Puerto Rican tranny, and they push it. This is way before. This is 40 years ago. They were the heels. The fucking makeup, the wig was always tight.
What was it called?
I feel
Cuban
like
ones?
a lot of like gay guys, I feel like they know more about being a woman than women do sometimes. Like they'll give me notes where I wouldn't even have occurred to me because they've been thinking about it. Especially if you kind of want to be a woman, like you've been thinking about it your whole life. Like I don't know the difference between like a pencil skirt and a regular skirt, but like like gay guy will be like they'll fucking notice you, and they clean me too. They notice I have debris on me because still a comic. I'm like an animal. Yeah, well, they teach me how to be a woman.
You were saying that in San Francisco when you were there were like these Cuban dudes who had a girlfriend.
Yeah, in Cuba, in the old days, you could have a boyfriend that was really your girlfriend. You dressed them up in prison. They get backhands. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. They give them backhands. Shut up. Cállate. Fucking tremendous.
I feel like since I've gotten here, I have so many questions. I feel like this is the oldest reference ever, but I feel like Sandy from Greece. I'm like, what do you mean a backhand? Like, I need everything explained to me now. Like I came here looking like a fucking paralegal, and I'm like, can you understand? Tell me about the dark days and what the bad boys did. No, I don't understand.
Listen, did that break Take that little gay fucking friend of yours and tell him, say, what do you do on Tuesday night? What happens in your world? Because that's when they're wizards.
Thank you.
They're fucking wizards. And I've said this before. Men, the fireman, all of us in this room, we're just living till we die. Gay guys get their money's worth every fucking night. And it's all the dirty shit we dreamed of as men. We just don't have the balls to do it. But gay guys, like we said, that in L.A. on Tuesdays, there was a place that had a tent in it.
Right.
Because our friend was gay at the Comedy Store.
Still is.
And he still is.
Well, that's great.
And he said he would walk in the tent and you had to fuck somebody or suck his dick. And unless you knew who the person was, you had to go back in the tent. Like, it's torture. That's real fucking abuse. But you never see a gay guy going, I was on Epstein's list. He did bad things. No, only we get in trouble for that shit. Straight guys.
So wait, you're saying that the list. I mean, I think we could establish that. We could probably establish that Epstein is not a good guy. Like he's.
Who?
I'd like to distance myself.
Epstein? Yeah, no, it was just a joke. But
no, I'm being absurd.
Joke. He's not a good guy at all.
No, he's not. No, he's not a class act. But I'm just being an asshole.
But gay guys are class acts, but they do dirty things. Like Eric used to have a kid come over every Monday, rub his feet, then jerk off on his feet and leave. And give him like $100. Who's better than that? I would do that every night. Come over, cut my toenails, and you want to jerk off on them? That's a party. I won't tell if you won't tell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, what did you say about the toenails?
He would cut his toenails, then come on his feet, jerk off, and come on his feet. That's it. The guy just...
Oh my goodness! Now your grandma didn't tell you about fellas like that, did she?
No.
I know a class act.
Nano would have lost
If you
her
really
mind.
want to get sucked off proper, I know a class act. It'll cut your toenails for you too.
This motherfucker.
That was your bar mitzvah gift, right?
This motherfucker told me he was meeting a gay guy one night. Because they just meet. I mean, what other country can you get on an app and go,
what's wrong with me?
I want to suck my dick or whatever, and some gay guy go, I'm 3 blocks away. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
They'll throw us in jail for doing that. If we just put out on, what's that app that people go on? Grindr. No, the one for women too.
Tinder.
Tinder. You go on Tinder, I'm just looking for somebody to suck my dick. Some chick isn't going to raise her hand. I'm in Cliffside. Come over. But gay guys are like, well, who told me that? They were looking at somebody's phone.
I just, the other, coming here, too, because Eric, he was before me, but we were doing open mics together, showed me Grindr. I was on the bus the other day. Coming here, this dude had Grindr open on the bus, which is crazy. And the message said, I can't make it, but my boyfriend will be home in an hour and a half if you can make it here before then.
Oh my!
They live like doctors.
Oh my God! I just started sounding like the lady from Greece again. I'm like, oh my stars! I've never heard of someone getting sucked off that briskly.
Briskly.
That is also like one of my other friends. Another, I can't remember who it was. It was a comic, but he was telling me that like they have like a Planet Fitness that they meet in like Midtown, and like they write on the back of the guy's ass. Like there's just an ass waiting, like just in some sort of Planet Fitness.
They meet at
bathroom.
LA too.
Also, you got a lot of time off if you have like 8 hours to spend getting slammed into Planet Fitness, and they just write like they just write like a line. You know what I mean? Like each person that fucks them gets like a Sharpie or something. They just write a leather. Yeah.
And motherfuckers are crazy. You go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But they get away with it. They leave there happy.
They just put a little tip on like some website, just like, I don't know if it's Grindr or something, the next level of filth website. I don't know if and they're just like, there's a waiting ass in the Planet Fitness.
But that's the thing about like it's not a big deal to them. Like Eric used to do it between open mics.
Wait, what would he do exactly?
What do they do?
No, not they. I mean, not all gay men collectively, but Eric.
Eric was my favorite. He used to call it taking a walk with his Grindr. He would drive me home once. He would drive me home after I got too fucked up with Joey. And I'd be like, do you want me to call you an Uber? Thanks for driving me home. He'd go, no, I'm going to go take a walk. And he would just text me at 6 a.m. that he had been out. Because it tells you literally like on every other app.
Right.
It's like, hey, so-and-so's a few miles away or lives in New York. Grindr's like, hey, there's someone 18 feet away from you.
Oh, my God.
And you can just message them right away. It's amazing.
And that's it. There's like...
Well, they have to say yes. But.
Yeah. But Norman has a joke about this, about how there's no guardrails. Like, so men could there's just two disgraceful people operating very quickly so they can get right to it. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. It's a different world.
I can imagine.
He told me that he would take his victims to eat hot dogs. And I'm like, why hot dogs? He goes, you got to get them ready.
Wait,
He goes,
I don't know if he called them victims though.
subconsciously, you got to get them ready. They're sucking on a dog, and then you.
So the hot dogs are like prepping them for the dick. That's
That's
hilarious.
brilliant. After that, I'm like, I wish I was
No
still
woman
dating.
would ever come up with it. No woman would ever be like, I take them to have hamantaschen first, so then they can go down on me.
Right?
Yeah, no
taking,
woman would
I'm
ever.
taking all my dates to hot dog stands to get
Now
them
I'm
mentally
distracted
prepared.
trying to think of what would be the prep food for
Jewish food.
for going down on a for pussy.
A nice brisket would be nice before.
Brisket, yeah.
Yeah, brisket will get them in the mood. If you're black and they see that brown meat,
I keep wanting to do my grandma's voice again. Whenever I would want a man to eat me out, I would say, go have a taco first so we'd get used to the shape. All right, I'm going to stop being so
Lee,
disgusting.
you're looking nervous over there. You.
Well, yeah, it's already fucking kicking in. I'm looking nervous.
man.
I'm looking fucked up.
You're not getting nothing.
Wait, are you
happen.
really fucked up right
Yeah,
now?
it's about to. Yeah.
It's about to is amazing. He could barely form that sentence. It's about to is
Yeah.
great.
That's pretty much, yeah. I'm feeling fine right now, but it's definitely kicking in.
All right,
A
relax.
gram my ass.
Lay back, relax.
Lay back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Everything's going to be fine.
How long you been doing stand up now?
I think you're going to be a star in show business.
Thank you.
How long you been doing stand up?
Oh my God, at least 20 years, 20-something years. Yeah, forever.
And
yeah.
you started in the city.
I moved to New York, like right after I graduated high school, and I started stand-up pretty soon after. I moved with this guy in his band called Dick Sister, and then Dick Sister dumped me. I was like the Yoko Ono to Dick Sister. They really didn't want me around. I was on tour with them, which consisted of like 2 dive bars in Michigan or something. And he was like, yeah, you're bringing the band down. You got to beat it, kid. Yeah. So I think I was just cock blocking him. He knew he could get a wider stream of puss. So he kind of shed me. But then I was in New York. So I was like, and I never went to college or anything. So I was like, I'm going to try stand up. I moved from Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So you're from Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland.
I'm surprised you didn't bump into Ari down there.
Oh, yeah. Ari's from Maryland. I always forget that. Yeah.
I used to do
he's-
comedy in Bethesda.
What's that? You did?
Yeah.
Where did you do comedy in
Tyson's
Bethesda?
Corner.
Oh, yeah, I know Tyson's Corner. We used to go to the
I think
mall there when I was a kid.
Well, there was a comic from New York that moved there and ran a room on the weekends. For years. I forget what his name was. They finally closed it down. It was a hotel.
Right.
And then after we do the set there on Fridays, we would shoot to headliners.
Was it a Holiday Inn? I feel like I might have heard about that.
That was the
room.
Holiday Inn
Yes, I think
at
it was one of the
Tyson's
first times
Corner.
I ever did stand up. It just bombed in front of my entire family. Yeah,
that's the
It was like
place.
all my aunts was there. Like, you know when you accidentally make eye contact with one of your parents when you're bombing and it's just so horrifying.
And they're
Yeah.
looking at you like, Jesus, you should have stuck with the piano.
It's even worse because like my parents are really open. So then if I do something sexual in front of them, it's particularly humiliating because it's like they're so encouraging. Like I think I was doing some joke about like a mediocre hand job and I accidentally made eye contact with my father and he was like, "That's very good. Do your best." I'd almost rather he's disgusted that he's gently encouraging my terrible hand job joke.
Hand jobs are never good anyway.
Yeah.
After you're 10, who wants a hand job?
Nobody needs that. You're right. It's
It's
unnecessary.
unnecessary. Some guy was telling me he's like old. He goes, I still go to this massage place. They give great massages. It's a knuck and tuck or whatever. I'm like, that's disgusting. They come up with that sticky hand, with that little stick, that little Chinese hand. You have no idea. That's disgusting.
Handies were never your thing.
Look, they tried to give me a hand job in 1995 when I ran out of this place in Michigan.
Who was they?
They did the switch. I went to Michigan and my shoulder was hurting. So I saw massage. Go in there. The chick at the door was fucking tremendous. I'm like, massage, yeah, $60. Okay, 1 hour. Okay, I go in there and all of a sudden they throw the D team. This chick looked like she got shot in Vietnam and fucking hit with a missile. It was fucking not good. And she came in like, hand job, $40. Why would I give you another 40 on top of this? So first of all, I didn't have it. I didn't really have the $40, so I started arguing with him. $2, $3. But no, I just didn't want a hand job.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for a fucking hand job. Do your thing.
Yeah, it does seem like an unnecessary step. Yeah, I mean, just to either go all the way or what's the point of that kind of? It's a fool's errand.
Who wants a fucking hand job when you're 30? You want it all, bitch. It's like going to a strip club. That's why I don't go to strip clubs.
Yeah,
Because they don't. They stop at one point. You go to Toronto, those fucking strippers are crazy. And then there's other places you could go to, but Usually the girls that do that, you don't want them. It's like going to a nude beach.
Right.
You go to a nude beach, nobody's there that you want to see naked.
Yeah, there's a real supply and demand issue with the tits at a nude beach.
And they're free. Like, look at me, I'm at a nude beach. Well, nobody wants to see it.
Yeah, they're never the ones you're searching for at all.
The guys are skinny. They got no muscles. Their ass is dragging.
Sure.
Why would you take your pants off? I wouldn't take my pants off anywhere. I know what my little Cuban ass looks like.
I had a cousin that would always breastfeed, and she would breastfeed like in front of everybody, and like it's like, but it wasn't the tits you wanted to see. Like again,
those women.
And also,
like,
she would have both out. Like you don't need the second tits. It feels very unnecessary.
Have you seen me do that on Instagram? Every once in a while, that's how I know I'm scrolling for too long. There's people who breastfeed on Instagram and they don't take it down for some reason.
No.
It's disgusting.
I mean, at least one little.
But why does the nipple have to be out on Instagram?
Oh, those chicks are hookers. They're showing you your tits. Yeah, if you go on the back pages, they're always milking some of them, but they got pretty nice titties. You can't argue there. But who wants, listen, we got a lot of people like pregnant women. People love that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
With another guy's baby inside?
A lot of guys have a thing for pregnant women.
I don't fucking know.
That is disgusting.
But listen, I'll tell you what, when you see a woman who's pregnant, she's a lot fucking prettier.
Oh, she's beautiful.
It does. Cleans your skin up real nice, like, ladies.
Yeah, no.
It's true.
Their fucking ankles are a little thick, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect.
I was covering it the entire time. Like I was dressing like B. Arthur the whole time I was pregnant, and then just trying not to address it on stage. But then everybody knew when I told them. Yeah, it was like kind of the last. But I always felt like, I don't know. It's weird to do stand-up when pregnant. You know what I mean? It's a strange feeling because people just are distracted, and you can't be as much of an animal as usual. It's just a weird thing.
I liked Ali Wong's special. The first.
Oh, she was brilliant. Yeah,
she was really good on the first one. Then a bunch of women.
I do feel like Ali was incredible and Rosebud because they addressed it head on. Rosebud special is really, really funny. I feel like they address it head on, and I think at the time it had been uncharted territory for me, so I really didn't know how to. Yeah.
Well, I've never seen a special.
But Ali's was brilliant. Now I kind of wish I could go back and not hide it because I'm like, oh, now that they cracked it open, why not?
Why did you feel like you had to hide it?
Well, at the time I had a pilot, and they told me that they were going to be shooting the pilot. They basically had like a verbal agreement to buy the pilot, and they were like, we're going to shoot. And then, of course, I got pregnant as soon as we sold the pilot. So I didn't think they were going to want to shoot me pregnant. And so I tried to hide it and just I just wore a lot of loose kind of menopausal capes, and I looked ridiculous. And then I told them, and they were like, "Oh no, we'll shoot. We don't want to shoot you when you're pregnant, but we'll still buy." I had a script deal, but I didn't have the pilot. They're like, "We'll still buy the pilot. We'll just buy it after you have the baby because we don't want to shoot you holding groceries or whatever, box of laundry or something." And then COVID happened, and so then the pilot never happened.
Was it for a network?
It was for Fox. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I was like, I as the moment I sold it, I just like went into, it was like in the Fox building or whatever, and I just went to the bathroom and puked, and I was like, I'm telling you I'm pregnant. But we had just gone to like check, like we went to like a fertility person to see if I could get pregnant, and they just said I couldn't. So the doctor said something like, oh, a lot of women when they really want to be pregnant, they can sometimes imagine that they're, and I'm like, no, I'm pregnant. Like, cause I'd already had a miscarriage at that point. So I knew what it felt like. And I was like, no, I'm pregnant. But he just kept being like, oh, wouldn't that be nice, sugar tits? It's not an option for you. You're a little too old for that. But I could tell I was, yeah.
It's so crazy like when you first start comedy, you hear people get deals and they come up with a sitcom, and you say to yourself, maybe that'll happen for me. Then it does. And then you realize what a pain in the ass it is, and how the stars really have to be aligned.
Yeah.
Like if not, it's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Dog, I had 2 of those fucking deals.
True.
And one we're almost ready, and they were like, well, nah. Everything has to be aligned, because then they make you get a show creator. And everybody's got to like each other.
Yeah.
Usually they give you a deal for a year, and you got to find the writer. That alone is 6 months. That alone took 5 months. You got to talk to different people, and you got to see what the fuck they've written. And you don't want to. If you're a dirty comic, I don't want to get it written by what's a good show on? I don't know, some fag show on CBS or something. The one with the ghost. You ever see that show?
What's the ghost?
They have a show about ghosts. The
show?
show's been on for like 4 years. The worst show I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I would love to see you on a ghost show. I would love to be like in some kind of reality haunted house with you. Wouldn't that be so fun? Joey Diaz with ghosts?
No, I don't like.
I think you'd be funny with ghosts.
I don't like ghosts. I don't like midgets.
You don't care for that?
I'm not going to even.
The fact that you put midget after ghost is fascinating.
Oh, listen.
They're in the same world for him. They're not real.
When I was in the hospital.
Wait, do you believe in ghosts or do you just not like them?
I believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
I fucking believe. I seen them.
Yeah, because we had a weird thing because we bought this house. So this is my first house. My husband bought it with Bitcoin. And so we live in this Bitcoin house. And it's like 100 years old. It was the only place we could buy a house because it was the only place that they would take it. Like, it's all cops and Foyt is my neighborhood. Not a Jew for miles. It's like if the 9/11 Memorial Gift Shop were a neighborhood. That's where I live. But they were like, it's the only place that they would take Bitcoin because there was like a bank there that would do it or whatever, So we live in this like 200-year, I don't know, it's a really old house. And when we first came to the house, they had these Victorian outfits were laid on the ground, like when we went to go look at the house, and it was like a little baby's Victorian dress. It was disturbing.
Why?
A weird thing to leave out, right?
Yeah, that's a terrifying thing. That's like a voodoo thing.
Yeah, and they were kind of these Victorian nightgown, and I was like, wasn't that strange, And then, and I just kept thinking about it. But then we got the house, and then later on, I don't know if I should be talking about this, but fuck it, I'm talking about it. But later on, so one day I was out doing a club, and I looked on the cameras in the backyard, and Pete was grilling in the backyard, and my daughter was playing next to him. And then it's a live feed, and next to her, I saw this little girl. I know I'm going to sound like insane, but I saw a little girl with long braids who was like really pale. And so I called Pete and I'm like, but I didn't see it like, I saw a vision. I just saw it clear as day. So I called Pete. I was like, who's the little pale girl next to Frankie who's playing with Frankie? And he's like, there's nobody there. And I was like, what do you mean? There's a little girl there, I see her. And then I went back in the footage later and I didn't see her. I wasn't high. I wasn't on anything. And then later on, when he was at the firehouse, I'd hear these really loud sounds at night. And the lady that owned the house told me, if you ever hear anything weird, call me, So I called her and I was like, I hear these loud sounds. And she was like, I was thinking you were going to call. It was like an old horror movie, And she's like, my brother died on the way back to the house and he was hit by a car, and ever since then he used to play with his dog in the kitchen and there would be loud banging sounds. And then she said her sister also, who passed in the house, but I guess after a certain period of time you don't have to tell anybody, if like a certain amount of time goes by. What's that?
How many years do you have to hold it a secret that somebody died in your basement?
I think there's like,
why is there a statute of limitations on this? I want to know.
What is it?
Listen, Shroomy boy, relax.
He doesn't know anything. He has no idea what planet he's on. He's just rocking. I love that he's just kind of like rocking back and forth.
Well, this fucking pillow's getting in my way, but I don't want to. Yeah. Why is there a statute of limitations? I'd want to know if someone died in my house.
No, so do I. But my mother bought a house in '73, and the people didn't tell us that the husband fucking hung himself in the garage 4 or 5 years earlier. So it was the same shit. I used to hear that motherfucker come up the stairs at night.
It was terrifying me because he'd be at the firehouse and I could hear things on the stairs. And like
in the 6th grade, I moved out of my house. I told my mother, I'm not living with these fucking spirits. You kill
What
some
would your
chicken.
mom do with the spirits? Did she try to clean them out? Because I was like,
they burn
sage and stuff.
Fuck, they lived there.
Like, because I asked somebody for what I should do, and they said holy water. So I was like, I don't know. I'm like a Jew. I don't know how you get holy water. But so I had to ask a Catholic to get me holy water. Will they give holy water to a Jew? Tell me the truth.
Yeah,
they will? Okay.
You just go to church.
You just be like, I am Rachel O. Feinstein.
Holy water.
You just go to church, put the cup in the water, and put the lid on. They don't know what the fuck.
Really? Oh, so there's just like a little bath there?
Yeah, because
I know
it's
nothing.
like a big bath. The priest blesses it every day. That's
yeah.
bullshit too. I didn't know holy water. That's fucking.
Really, it's just anything.
I mean, these fucking priests.
That's where they get it. You just dip your
Steve
like a
Simone
punch or
is
something. I didn't know
freaking
that.
out right now, yelling stuff at it. You don't just
No,
dip
when you
it.
go to church, you have to like do it and then the sign of the cross.
This one I always mess up and I try.
Yeah,
But
don't
I'm
worry
just,
about it. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares.
Such an idiot.
But
there's a second one, right? Isn't there this one?
Yeah. Down Your
That
chin
one's
and over
cool
here.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
that
quick
one's
one.
cool. Yeah.
That's for like Catholics in a rush.
Yeah.
You ain't got time to fucking,
I wanted to be Catholic so bad when I
It's
was a girl.
overrated.
It
It's like
just
the
seems
Yankees.
so cool.
It does
really?
seem cool.
Yeah,
Doesn't it seem
they're
cool?
overrated.
Being Christian, being all like
Yeah.
Christian is so much better than Jewish. It looks better. With A, Christmas is better. B, we had. Did you ever have to like go to like the high holidays when everyone else had the day off from school?
Yes, it was.
The microphone's gone.
Sorry. I love how many times you've had to do it for me. I just look like such a dumb hole right now. Like all the men have to help me with the microphone. I'm like, how does it work?
But no, it's not fun being Jewish. And now it's fucking people get
now
mad
it's
at you
getting
for
a little
being
dicey.
Jewish now.
But I will say, Catholics. Yeah, they give you a hard time. I get the craziest DMs. I'll be like, I swear to God, I'll just be promoting a show, and somebody called me an oven magnet. I'm like, can a Jew promote a show in Tampa? Not being called a goddamn oven magnet? Also,
an oven
oven
magnet?
magnet is, I guess it's just some derogatory term for Jews, but it's particularly hilarious because it's like this person's obviously not a Holocaust denier because they acknowledge that we went to the ovens, but like by calling us oven magnets, they're kind of acting like we just couldn't get enough of the ovens, like we just gravitated towards them or something. Oven magnet is the dumbest thing I've ever.
We were eating at dinner. We were eating dinner like the first night, Saturday. And we were talking about something, and the Jews came up. And I told my daughter, I go, listen, in my world, when I read that, I still remember being like, what, in the 5th grade, 6th grade, when you hear about the Holocaust, and it bothered me. Like, it just bothered me. Then I think about the American Indian and what they did to them. And that's why I told my daughter, I go, listen, in my world, the Indians could do whatever the fuck they want, and the Jews could do whatever the fuck they want. They could shoot as many people, Hamas, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, go. Because they got thrown to the wolves. And for years, I was like, nobody stuck up for them. Nobody went over there with a fucking missile and dropped it on fucking Germany. What the fuck was going on?
Oh, yeah, nobody did go.
That is the
Did nobody
sickest
drop
thing.
a missile?
I have never done I'll torture him with Auschwitz jokes and shit. But on stage, I won't make an Auschwitz joke and I won't make an abortion joke.
Right.
Those are two things.
Why
everything
abortion? What is it about abortion
just
that makes you
bothers
just
me. It
think you
just
don't want to do
cringes
it?
women.
Yeah.
You're gonna cringe a woman, Maybe she had an abortion. She hooked up with a Chinese guy with one leg, and she's, he was.
I was like so touched, and that was a hilarious thing to follow up with. I was like, I have a sensitivity.
That was just for me. That was
Sure, that was your line of what you had felt uncomfortable with.
I was not going to do an abortion joke. I make fun of the Catholics all day. No abortion jokes and no Holocaust jokes. It just.
Do you know what I was jealous of with Catholics confessing? Like I was just like, it seems so satisfying to just go and confess everything, and then you're just done with it. Did you like confessing, or was it like?
Yeah, but if I knew what I knew now, I'd go in there and make up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like to really get them going. I killed 2 people at the fucking 7th grade last week just to make them read the paper and shit. Like, you gotta lie to the motherfucker. As I got older, I'm like, I never did that as a kid because I was always very. When I was a kid, I believed in it.
Yeah.
And I go in there and tell them, I shoplift. You didn't listen to your mother. You looked at a Playboy magazine or something.
Would you have like your worst thing you did, but then you would just say?
No, I didn't.
Would you say
anything.
the real things that you did, or would you have like? I heard that Catholics have like they have like the foil thing they say, and not the real stuff. Yeah. Instead of saying I killed a prostitute, they're just like I didn't listen to my mom or something. No,
I was
is that
pretty
true?
honest with the guy.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm like, fuck him. What do I got to tell him my shit for? You better tell me some fucking stories of what you did. And then I'll tell you where the fuck I'm coming
That's
from.
a good point, actually.
Yeah. After a while, I was like, why am I? And then now I'm like, fuck, I wish I'd go in there now and tell him, like, listen, I'm the one that's killing all the women in New York City.
That is the funniest idea ever. That would be a great sketch to just go in and start admitting to different murders.
That would be a great
just
podcast.
Yeah, I killed a few pros, I killed a few co-eds, but besides that, it's been a solid week.
Yeah, just tell him. And let's test his moral fucking whatever. Let's see if he fucking watches and calls 911.
But it just seemed like a very cleansing and neat thing. And I hear a lot of Catholics, they have bad memories associated with confessing, but for me it was like I used to make my brother hold up the sheet and stuff, and so I would confess in between. It just seemed like very satisfying. You just get rid of everything bad you did and start all over again with more filth the following week, right?
Well, that's what I did, yeah, but there wasn't that much
Right.
shit to tell at that age. There wasn't much. When I was really into it,
But aren't you supposed to say like I took the Lord's name in vain? Like that's And now you're talking about murders.
That's every day. That's why, like goddamn or something like
Right.
that. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
No, I was never really. I just took it as I was raised really Catholic. Like that's what. To a certain age, it still fucks with me.
Like the guilt.
Still
The guilt.
fucks with me to a
The
certain
guilt,
age.
yeah.
And then Cuba is a Catholic fucking country. So like Thursday nights when most kids on what's that week? Holy Week. My week ended on Wednesday. Thursday there's no music, there's no TV. Friday there's no music, there's no TV till fucking Saturday. Or some
Wait, this
shit.
is just like the Jews. Yeah.
Yeah, no TV, no music though. That's torture when
Yeah.
you're 8. You're like, fuck Jesus.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm missing Batman like a motherfucker because Jesus died. That's got nothing to do with me.
Well, you went to boarding school.
Yeah. I went to
Boarding
Catholic-
school.
Yeah.
Was that traumatizing?
Traumatizing.
Like the boarding school sounds terrifying to me.
If it was just regular boarding school, like military or something, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Do you think that if you didn't go to boarding school, I mean, obviously you're a great, incredible comic, but do you think if you didn't go to boarding school, you would have been traumatized enough to be a comic?
I would have been traumatized by just the life we were living. That's why
Right.
my mom put me in boarding school, so I'd have to see the shit that
Right.
those animals were fucking living through.
So she did it to protect you.
Yeah, because there was a lot of shit going on then. So when I came out, then I still stuck to the rules. But once I smoked pot, I'm like, sorry, God, it ain't gonna work. I
Yeah.
think that, I listened to your book, I read it. I mean, I'm the type of guy that if I go to church even now, and I look at the 12 stations of the cross, I get really sad. Like I'll cry in church. And I'll like wipe a tear. That's why I couldn't get high and go to church, because I get so fucking depressed
Yeah.
in church just seeing the 12 signs. Lee, stop yawning,
I'm
goddamn
not
it.
yawning. I'm about to puke.
Are you?
Are you really?
No, I'm okay.
There was 2 little grams of mushrooms.
Listen, not in the middle of the
I'm
damn.
good. No, I won't make
Let's
it to the
give him a little
bathroom.
bucket.
Yeah, have some water. Here,
I'm
have
good.
some
I got
water.
it. I'm good.
No, you need a drink. You're not drinking enough. Have some water and have like an Advil or something. And you need a little snack,
Advil?
like a bar or something. I don't know. You need a
Don't
little
buy his
something.
bullshit. He was happy eating meatballs, jumping up and down. Fuck him. No, it's really weird how it was just traumatizing how the nuns treated us. Like that wouldn't have been accepted today. But it was the 70s.
Yeah.
That's what your parents wanted. A nun to bat you in the head and make sure you ate all your string beans. I fucking hated string beans. So they would beat me for that, for not eating string beans. Like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine?
Like,
I
what
mean,
the
what
fuck?
level of heightened twat do you have to beat a kid for not eating string beans?
And they fucking turn that ring around and give you backhands and shit.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was not fucking. Now I go to church and it's like, it ain't even the same church that I grew up in. They got a gay singer. What the fuck?
Do you
8 in the morning with a scarf around his neck.
when you
The fuck is he doing singing?
what are the wait, you don't want the gay guy to sing?
I don't mind if he sings, but what's he doing here at 7 in the morning? He should be somewhere stitching up his asshole from the night before. If he's a real gay guy, he should be there with the St. Bernard.
If he's
with
real,
the
it's
fucking
amazing.
bandages.
But what are the stations? I know I should know these things, but what are the
Stations of the
stations?
Cross are like, it's like what happened on Thursday. They came to get him, and then they take him, and the judge, Pontius judged him.
Oh, I thought it was like levels of sin. How
No,
dumb
no.
is that? I
That's
thought
the
it was
10.
like, oh, if you get a hand job, that's like the first station.
Well, they don't tell us. Like I
Oh.
was telling Joey last week, it was what's the before Easter with the on the forehead?
Palm Sunday.
yeah,
Oh,
the
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday. I grew up in Massachusetts and around a lot of Catholics, but they didn't take off from school to do it. And I'm Jewish. I went to school in Boston. I was 19 years old before I was walking around being like, why does everyone have dirty stuff on their head?
I would think that too. I didn't know. I mean,
I
one
had
time
no
I got a
idea.
babysitter and she was very religious and she was like, oh, do you mind if I give your kid she was going to bring my kid to church and it was Ash Wednesday. And I was like, oh, and then she smeared my kid. I called her smear. She put the schmutz on my girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't, but also I kind of feel like that's a second question. I was like, sure, you could bring her to church, but she didn't ask if she could schmutz or put schmutz on her. But she did. But it's okay because I
That's
like
part of the
Catholics.
whole fucking deal. But
Yeah.
I believed. I really do. And today I really believe because who else would give me a fucking baby at 50 years old?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to get everything out. Like, when I sit there and look at it, I go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This just didn't come from the...
Well,
Somebody knew I was hurting.
yeah.
So, boom.
And then did you feel like you started over when you had the baby? Like your life
No,
started
I
over?
go to church now and I'm like, I ain't doing this shit. Fuck you.
Look at me,
'Cause that
Diane
bothers me
Sawyer
too.
over here with my dumb
what
question.
that
And
bothers-
did you feel like that was a turning over? Like, shut up. Look at me. It's like, I didn't go to college, and look at me interviewing him. Like, and
you
was
know
that
what?
your
There's-
pivotal?
There's so many things that bother me about churches because it's not even real.
Yeah.
And my wife said something. She goes, one day your daughter got sick at church. Nobody turned to help her. And I'm like, fuck that place. We're not going back there again.
Yeah, no, that's
But she even
unacceptable.
tried her religion, that country shit. You know, where they stand
What's the-
around.
what's the
I don't
country
fucking
shit?
know. And she was like, those people are fucking weird too. It's not the
Wait,
same.
like Quaker? What country shit?
Nah,
Oh,
you
like
know,
Baptist
they
as
fucking
heaven. Oh,
clap
the
and,
talking in tongues and all
this fat
that.
lady
Yeah.
gets a heart attack, like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, that is hilarious. The talking in tongues stuff is ridiculous.
really
Oh, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Do you think that when people are doing that, like that they're fully experiencing it, like that, or they think they are, or do you think people go in there and just like fake it to get people off their backs?
They fake it. It's like
Right.
when you see people healed, and all of a sudden the guy's playing the drums. He's been at home for 8 years in a coma, and all of a sudden this fucking charlatan comes over, hits him with the Bible, and the guy gets up, and he's singing dance tunes and shit.
It also just seems like exhausting. Like it's exhausting enough to have to get up and sit down. I don't know if that's true in church and temple,
Yeah.
right? We always have to stand up and sit down. That
they have to
enough
kneel
is
in
annoying
church.
enough. Imagine if you had to just go around like chirping and screaming and all
How
all
is
manner
this
of
church?
nonsense.
What Jesus would want a fucking fat nun to smack a kid?
Yeah,
That's
no.
what, like, I started thinking like that. Like, what Jesus? Jesus told you could smack me, you little fat fucking.
No, that's insane. Is your wife religious?
She was.
Also, I feel like there's a difference between church and religion. Like, I feel like there is, I mean, I do think a lot of the evil shit
I
happens
was a little
in the name
turned
of...
off at the church, and I got to be honest with you. I was like, you know what? What am I going to do? And I go, you know what? I don't know if you know this. You're Catholic, right? If you don't go to church on Sundays, it's a mortal sin. And if you kill your wife, it's a mortal sin. And I'm even like, there were so many gaps in it that I didn't like. Like, we got to rewrite this motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's the same level of sin as missing
it's
church
like
and
we
killing
gotta
your
rewrite
wife.
This motherfucker. Like, now the church says you don't have to eat fish on Friday. I don't give a shit up for Lent because I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I won't eat fish the whole Lent. How's that? We'll make a deal. I'll eat fish on Fridays. I'll make sure I'll just eat fish on Fridays. That's the most I can give you. But
Yeah.
for me to say, I'm giving up chocolate, or I'm giving up espresso martinis. Nah. I don't even drink espresso martinis.
I was
just
gonna
saying.
say.
You want to keep your options open.
Yeah, you want to keep your options open, you know.
But
Like
that's
these
crazy
ladies
that
who
it's
said,
the
we're not
same.
gonna fuck during Trump. Good. Let's see how that works out for you, you fucking. Nobody ever wanted to fuck you anyway. Now you're just making it easier for yourself now.
It is funny when a woman will take herself off the table and everyone's like, we were set. Yeah.
You know, it's just, religion is great to a degree. And then you have to ask the people, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
So religion is me coming in here and giving me half of my salary? What fucking religion is that?
Right.
You're supposed to give me something. I know you want me to keep the lights turned on, and I'll agree to that with you. But meanwhile, you're driving a Cadillac or a BMW. No, that's why I don't donate to causes. I'd rather give somebody the cash.
Directly, so you actually know where it's going.
Because I give it to
Yeah.
American Heart Association. The two people are driving fucking cigarettes, whatever. You know, the two presidents are driving Bentleys, and everybody else gets. When you donate,
Right.
if you read the fine print, they're only supposed to get like 17%. And
Yeah.
the rest is, what do they call it?
Administrative.
Administrative. Go fuck. How many administrators you got?
Yeah, I'm
How
a
many
little
pieces of paper
suspicious
to go,
about that too.
Phil
Yeah.
donated $20. Bye. It's all that. That's the shit that pissed me off. So something
Yeah.
happens, like the fires. Let me tell you something. They've had so many benefits for these LA fires, and the best is with 3 comics that don't draw, and the proceeds go to the fucking fire. Listen, they're never going to build the house if you keep doing shows.
Well, also, I don't understand why they don't go. I feel like people should put them right to the victims and their
they don't do
GoFundMe's in
that.
there. But then, like some stuff where they're like, "Oh, we've got free skincare." I'm like, they need a fucking house, bitch. They don't need
Right.
powder. Yeah, like they'll
It's
be like,
the
"Oh, free
dumbest
spray
fucking thing in
cans
the
for
world.
anyone that was affected by the fires."
And prove me wrong. New Orleans, Katrina, that mayor went to jail for 10 fucking years for dipping into all that money. It's just, guys, they steal everything.
You can always tell
female-
by like how pretentious somebody is by what they decided to give during the fires.
The worst is when people
sometimes,
have like a benefit to come over their homes, like to support. And get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not. My wife said that to me one time. Maybe you should do it. No, get them out of here. Fucking,
Wait, like in the home?
yeah, like what do those people do? Not presentations. When they come over and
Sell Tupperware?
no, that stupid shit. Like even the mayor this year, the fucking guy wants 2,000 to go to his party. Like who the fuck are you? 2,000?
Yeah, fuck, come on.
2,000? Do you know what 5 Chinese women will do to me with a sticky hand? Do you have any idea what I could do for 5,000 for $2,000?
I don't. I want you to explain it.
Well, it's a nice time. Trust me.
How many hand jobs can you get for $5,000, Papa?
I don't want a hand job. And we'll take a
You would
break.
be great giving bedtime story, just like.
I'm dying to do bedtime. I love all that shit. Let's take
did
a
we
minute
get
here.
here? Sorry,
Lee
go ahead.
has to pee or throw up, and we're going to talk to you about.
Both.
I know he is unwell.
Yeah, look at him.
Do you have any idea
Oh,
what state
he's-
you're in right now?
You should have had the. You should have had the
Maryland.
honey. We want to talk to you about a few sponsors. We'll be right back, cocksmokers. What's happening, beautiful people? We're back. Little bathroom break. Now we're back with the beautiful Rachel Feinstein. What else?
Thank you.
What else
Thank
you
you
got
for
for me?
having me.
Absolutely, always.
Oh God, it's good to be here. I bombed so bad once near here. In the middle of my show, this guy just stood up. I think it was at a high school. I don't remember the name of it. This guy stood up. I was wearing overalls, and he just goes, "Get off the stage, Super Mario Brothers!" And I threw those overalls in a trash after. You know, when you're just like, ugh.
You were talking about it in your special. Someone threw a piece of pizza at you.
Yes, I've had snacks thrown at me. I've had bottles. Somebody threw me a note that told me to go back to the kitchen. I feel like at that time, if they had seen me in the kitchen, they wouldn't have wanted me to return there. But yeah, I've had a lot of things hurled at me on stage.
Someone threw a pepperoni at me once, and that's about
Really?
it. Yeah.
At
A
stage?
pepperoni?
Yeah, it was at the dojo in L.A. I made a bad joke about her being transgender, but she was. If you know the LA comedy scene at the time, she's the one. She was beautiful. She came to all the to every Kill
Was she
Tony.
really a woman, or was she was?
No, originally she was born a man, but she was hot. And I made it. The other comics were fucking with her. I was like a year into stand-up, and I said, like, you ladies are fucking up. The hottest girl in here has a dick, and the audience loved it. She didn't think it was that funny. She threw a piece of pepperoni. Yeah.
She threw pepperoni.
Yeah, she called me. I was about 100 plus pounds heavier too, so she called me. What's the guy from Always Sunny?
Somebody
That
threw a
actually
soft
DeVito.
taco at me.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
It was a taco, though. It wasn't pizza. It was a soft taco. But
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
there's kind of a sadness to the way a taco sort of falls off your tittage, though. It's sort of a dumb moment. But I definitely had a lot of things hurled at me before.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that people would throw shit at a woman on stage. I can't
know.
believe that shit. You know that, and since I started comedy, I thought women were funny. I've always thought women were funny. I mean, I grew up on Lucille fucking Ball.
Yeah.
And the other chick, I've always thought women are funny. And for years, people kept saying that idiot that got fired from Letterman for saying women aren't funny.
Who said that? Yeah. People do still say that. Even when you get a compliment after a show, they'll be like, and honestly, a lot of women say it too. They'll be like, I usually hate female comedians, but you're good. And you're like, yeah, usually. And then whenever they have like a female comic tour, they would always make it be called like Pumps and Punchlines or like Bleeding Across America or something. Like it could
Bleeding
never just be,
Across-
it was
no.
always like they have tits, but then they also do comedy. And there was just some asshole with like a you do the math expression. I'm like, we just do stand up. Why do you have to keep, you're like, what, tits and God, how do they possibly work? Yeah,
Well,
I don't know why that always happens.
Like,
Yeah.
what are they getting so upset about? Like, what? Like, because I just saw your special on Netflix, and it was mostly about your husband. But like, what were you talking about before that they get so upset about?
I don't think it was like me specifically, honestly.
They're just
When
upset.
I had a soft taco thrown at me, I honestly think I was performing at I'm not name dropping, but I was performing at the Culinary Academy of Vegas, and because obviously I'd made it in show business. And I think they just wanted to microwave something, and the microwave was behind me. I think I was an impediment to the microwave. Some bitch wanted to microwave like a Hot Pocket, and she told her boyfriend to throw a taco at me because I was like standing in front of the Hot Pocket station. Yeah. I don't think it was like I'm so controversial that I make people question things. No, I think it was just like I was in the way of them. Yeah, their taco station.
In Miami, they would throw fucking chicken wings at women on Black Night. And they would throw them even at black chicks. You're black and you're throwing them at black chicks. I never understood that.
Did you have a wing thrown at you?
No. No. That shit ended in 4 years into comedy.
Yeah.
Somebody came up at the stage and I hit him with the microphone. And that
Did
was
you
the end of
really?
that too. Batteries were everywhere. Blood. I don't give a fuck. Sue the club. I got off the stage and got my steak and left like nothing happened. Fuck you. You're going to come fuck with us on stage. That's a security problem.
Yeah.
And
What security?
a lot of clubs don't want to pay. And they want to sit behind the fucking thing. So,
See, I'm not like a big guy. What do I do if somebody attacks? I just go, you obviously don't know who my father is. And then I just run. He's Howie Feinstein.
You see a little Tom McCann
He's
shoe?
a lawyer. And then I just run out the building.
You kick them in the fucking balls as hard as you can and run.
Yeah, it's a good point.
That's what the girls got. Kick them real. They're not even going to expect to look. And they look.
Yeah.
What's that Midnight Run with De Niro and that dude? That's how he would always get away from the guy.
Yes, you're right.
And the guy would turn and he'd hit him. Fucking, they don't know.
Yeah, nobody's afraid of my little Jew fist. I have a wind-up move that does not scare people. Nobody cares about a little gist like this. I've got nothing. I've never been in a fight in my life. We don't fight.
Jews are tough.
We get, we litigate.
No. You litigate, and there's smarter ways to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I never understood that, how people could just throw a chicken wing at a woman on stage, or even myself. I had one problem when I shot my first special for fucking CISO, whatever the fuck. There was listen, you ever go to a show, well, not you because you're a woman, but let's say like Joe Rogan. He had when he was on news radio, there was 30 women in the front row. But there's always that one husband that has to come. He ain't funny. Fuck him. Then why are you coming? Sit at home with your friend. I'm coming. And then they come and they sit there the whole night. The girls are laughing. He's the husband that's just, you've seen that.
You see that again and again. You
All
always
the
see
time.
some guy who looks backed up because his wife, he hasn't gotten laid with his wife in the last year or so, and then she's laughing at this comic, and so he thinks that equates to he's never going to be inside of her or something. And I'm like, well, why did you not bring her to that comedy club in the first place?
You gotta see these guys.
Yeah, they just frown and glare at you.
And they look at their wives. He's not funny. Okay.
Whereas I feel like a female comedian does the opposite for a man. We're like a cock assist. We do the opposite of cock block because there's not no guys if I could just get better female comics. So I feel like we make your wife look nicer. I feel like there's a lot of couples that walk away from my shows and they're like, you know what? I got a good lady at home.
That's funny.
They're like, I don't rub her knee enough. They just see me, just this loud ass bitch, just yammering about God knows what. I mean, yeah, my husband clearly, he's a chief now. He should have married an esthetician or a nurse. I'm just out here talking out of turn. He doesn't need this hassle in his life. Pretty soon they'll play this tape and he'll have left me for some nurse named Gina, which is what he should have done in the first place.
I love funny women. I've never been that uptight on stage. I had a friend once. There used to be a comic in L.A. She was a female Sam Kinison. And she was fucking funny.
Yeah.
I mean, she was at the store for years. She didn't travel. She had 4 kids.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of people struggle behind it. And guys' egos would not. And I had 2 instances. I saw her blow away Nick DiPaolo.
Wow.
And Nick DiPaolo.
Because Nick crushes. Used to crush. Yeah.
Couldn't fucking take it.
Did he laugh? Did he get angry?
He took her hand when she brought him up and pushed her hand. And
oh my God.
that's the last time he performed at the store. Because Mitchie was in the room. But another time she was in La Jolla.
Yeah.
And I was doing something in San Diego. So that day I went to the club and I saw the feature act. He was a good guy. And I remember we went for Chinese food. And I go, so who's closing tonight? He's like, me. And I go, dog, you better be careful with this fucking chick. You better be real. Even me would say, you better be careful because Saturday night, it's date night.
Yeah,
Let's throw it around a little bit. Let's flip it. Let's think about your common sense. Do you really want to go up there? If she gets a good win going as a feature act, you're done.
Yeah.
Why don't you just end it? Go up there, do your 30, get in the car and go home, and let her just, no. So that's what happened. Early show Friday.
And then she destroyed.
The rest of the weekend, she had a feature. And he was not happy about it. I remember seeing him that day. I was, fuck her. Then they start making excuses. She was dirty.
I opened for this guy once, and I had like a really good set before him. I don't even know who he was because it was like a road guy from years and years ago. And after he got off, he goes, "You don't have to say all those things." And he gave me like a soft face rake. He was like, "Shh, you don't have to say all that, sweetheart." I'm like, don't tuck me in because I fucking killed before you.
Fucking killed.
But yeah.
When a woman starts killing, because you got to think, Saturday night is date night.
Yeah.
You want to play that ego thing? I just want them to watch a good show.
Right.
Listen, for years, I always brought a women feature.
No, you were always really nice to me because, I only met you once, but many, many years ago, I auditioned for Mitzi, and you were really sweet to me afterwards. Like, I didn't know anybody in LA. I was staying at my elderly aunt's house, who was like an hour and a half away. I was still a full-time nanny, and I was just so nervous about my audition for Mitzi. And she passed me, but I just didn't really have the money to go back to LA and keep, playing there. And I think I didn't really know what it meant, like I didn't understand the whole system. And
good.
Yeah, I would go around with like, and I would just, it was so embarrassing. I would just go around with like I didn't know any better. I would go around with like a business card and like hand it to people, and people were just like, no one needs this. But you were like, I was like, what does that mean? And you were like, it's good. She likes you. You did something interesting. And yeah, you were very kind to me.
I love that fucking store on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
And the women, when they go up there, and there was women there, again, trying to fucking be movie stars. But the real comic, because she looked at comics.
Yeah.
Mitzi didn't look at you as a pretty chick. She looked at you for being funny. That's why you saw women from all shapes and sizes up there.
But when I was in LA, I always felt like insane just because I'm just like such an East Coast person. And I would get extra nervous there. And people could smell it on you when you're from New York and LA. Like, I would just go into a store and try to do the smallest thing. Like, I remember going into like ordering like cheese at like a deli type place, and they were just like, "Oh, you're from the East Coast." Like, they could just hear it right away because I just have that. I'm a lot, and I don't realize I'm a lot, and they were like, "Okay," like they were just like, "Yeah," I'm like, I don't have that like kind of conversation before the conversation. In my mind, like immediacy is politeness, so I just come in and I'm like, "Can I have that?" Like, and they're just like, "Whoa, settle the fuck down." Yeah, like this guy's just been napping on the beach all afternoon. He's like, "Bitch, fucking yeah, take some mushrooms." Why are you in a rush? But so there's that feeling when I see somebody that's from the East Coast in New York. It's like in LA, like it's like handlebars. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Or you were nice to me, and you were like, "I get you," like, and you were sweet.
Sunday nights, so I would watch all the auditions. That's why I took that job, because I could talk to her. I could sit next to her. Like, if I didn't know you, but I could sit next to her. So when she was watching you, somebody can come over and go, "Hi, Mitz,"
and interrupt her. Oh, so you would like protect her. That's cool.
So I sat next to her, so nobody. If a friend of mine was showcasing, they would get 100% attention from her. The same thing for me. When I showcased, Eddie Griffin sat down next to her, and he told me, he goes, "I didn't want no motherfuckers in here talking to her while you were on stage," because that's what you do. You sit next to her. And when people come over, "Hi, Mitzi," get the fuck out of here.
Not now. Yeah, I remember being in like, I remember I got like close to getting, I don't know, what was that show? And they brought In Living Color back, and I was like, about to be on it. But like, I got to like the top 5, but I didn't get the show. That? I don't know what year it was. It was at least 10 years ago. It was a while ago.
My phone up. When MySpace was popular, I went to an audition one day. And I knew this woman. She had put me in a lot of roles. Very nice. I have her phone number on there because she called me a couple of years ago. She goes, "You haven't come into audition." I go, "I'm in fucking Jersey." And she goes, "Oh my God, I'm so happy." But she asked me if I knew you, and I'm like, "I don't know no fucking Rachel Feinstein."
Well, I did meet you many years ago, and you were nice to me.
Facebook, MySpace.
Yeah.
And I sent you a thing that said,
"Really?
Somebody wants you to audition." I forget what her name is now.
Oh,
really
that's
sweet.
so cool.
I mean, I knew her when she was fucking single and hot to trot. Now she's got like 4 daughters. That's how long I was out there.
Yeah.
So she asked me, and I would always, she would always like ask me what I thought. "What do you think about this girl?" Mm-hmm. So when she came to you, I'm like, "I don't know no fucking Rachel Feinstein."
Yeah.
And she at the store, and they're like, "Nah, she's New York." And I MySpace you, and I never heard back. Or maybe she
Really?
had
I
contacted
definitely didn't see that message because that would
I
have
was
been like
gonna say-
Christmas morning for me. I would have been so excited. But I remember being out there. But you were nice to me. I talked to you at the store, and you could tell that I didn't know what the fuck was going on around me. You're like, she needs a little guidance right now. And you like explained a few things to me, and you were nice to me. And I think earlier that day I had done some audition out there, and I was really nervous for it. And like in LA, like they have these auditions that are like their office is also kind of like their living room. Like everything's blended together.
Yeah.
In New York, everything's separate. It's like you have your fucking office and you have your house. Like I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I was like, there's a bunch of bitches on couches, but it's like California. They're like cozying up. There was a fucking dog at my audition, you know? Like I'm like, I practiced this audition for like a month. Like I was so nervous about it. I was teaching myself how to like weep on camera. It was an emotional scene. I'm in the middle of auditioning, and the dog just starts sniffing my dumb crotch. And I'm like, this is my moment, bitch. You know, and she's like, don't worry about Zoe. This just means she likes you. It's like, yeah, your dog can't just like eat me out during the audition. I have to get through this. Yeah. And I was, but that would be like what would happen in LA. Like, I just didn't understand the vibe. I'm like, people either, like here, it's like you work out or you don't. There, it's like, we're going to have a meandering hike and, you know what I mean? And just like, and read each other's auras. And I'm like, no, I want to go to the gym for 30 minutes and be furious the entire time and then go back home again. I want to go to a New York sports club and just play some kind of music that infuriates me and be done with it. Like, I don't understand this. Like, we're half hiking, but, you know, we're also doing spiritual, like, you know, rock work on each other or something. I'm like, yeah, I want to work out or read each other's signs.
No, well, you're in the audition. You yes them to death. Really? I'd love to go and get yoga with goats.
Yeah, but the dog was going down on me. It was really distracting.
I'd love to do a one right. Book me in a job and I'll do whatever the fuck you want me to do. I'll get the dogs, the whole fucking thing. But until then, let's just get the job going. In LA,
Yes.
And I noticed that. In New York, I went to 3 auditions in the city. They were all in hotel rooms.
Right.
They were always in somebody's. One time I went and I saw fucking
A hotel room,
the
yeah.
really good-looking dude from. He's married to Victoria, the soccer player Beckham.
Oh, yeah.
He was
yeah.
staying at the hotel. I'm like, what
Really?
the fuck are you doing there? I'm staying here, dog. I'm rocking the house.
I went to an audition once where they asked me, when I got to the audition, they asked me, it was for some like independent film network or something. And I was just doing that, just bullshitting. I didn't know shit about independent film. I knew nothing. I was a deep moron. And I feel like also I get credit for having more information because I'm like sarcastic and Jewish, but I'm like, I didn't go to college. Like, I don't know I don't know your like art film. So we're in the middle of the audition and a lady was like, well, why don't you tell me some of the film? But I was being funny. So I was kind of getting close to getting it. Like they liked me. And then she's like, why don't you tell me the films that have most inspired you? Like the indie films that really changed the course of your life. And I was like, you can't say like, I couldn't be like Caddyshack, you know? So I was like,
That's what I did. I went to Emerson and it sucked. Because everyone was like, oh, my favorite film it was that French one. It doesn't matter. It was in French. And I was like, I liked Anchorman.
Like, I feel like all those art films, it was like The Boy in the Red Balloon or some shit. And I was like, Coming to America?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. So I said, I remember that there was an actor, there was a movie with Diane Lane. And it was like, I don't even know if it was an independent film, but it was a movie where I think she has an affair on her husband, and I think it's Unfaithful or something.
Yeah, with
yes.
Richard Gere.
Right.
Richard Gere played the husband.
I loved that film, and the guy in the film, I can't remember his name, but they said, what are your favorite independent actors? And I said Gabriel Garcia Marquez. They said, if you could be with one man, like one independent, like, you know, actor in a movie, like, you know, who's the sexiest one to you? But I didn't remember the guy's name in Unfaithful, so I said Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who apparently is like some elder author that wrote like 100 Years of Solitude. He was like 96 or something. And they just looked at me like, this girl doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about right now. I was like, oh, you know who, if I could have 24 hours, no questions asked, you know, who could really punish me? And I was like, Gabriel Garcia. And they're like, I think he's, are you sure you know what you're saying right now? They're like, because he's dying, and I believe he's 97 right now. They're like, yeah, bitch, he has colon cancer. Yeah. He could be your grandfather. And I'm like, he can do anything with me. No rules and no apologies. And I just didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
It's crazy, man, that whole world.
Yeah. It is. But, you know, I do feel like I feel bad for people that don't do stand-up at least or don't have something they can do immediately, because it's like, at least with us, no matter what happens, we can go on stage. We can go have fun with our friends and talk some shit. Like, I'm not sitting around waiting. Like, once that dog was eating me out, I knew that I wasn't going to get a call back, but I could go up at the store that night and like meet you or have something else exciting happen, you know? So I do feel like it saved me from waiting for this, you know, imaginary call from like Mr. Hollywood that's going to put me in the pictures, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, I could still go have a laugh with some friends, you know?
Stand-up, I don't know. Stand-up is a fucking wild animal.
Yeah.
I didn't learn what stand-up was till Roseanne was on Larry King Live.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked her, he goes, why did you throw the ABC executives out of your Christmas party? And she goes, I'll tell you why. Because none of them knew what the fuck they were talking about. She goes, you got to remember one thing about comedians. We produce, direct, write. We do it all. We don't even know what we're doing.
I guess you're right.
But we're doing it all. We do it all. That's why when people come up to you, hi, I produce a show at Gotham. Go fuck yourself. Go produce a pillow fight. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'll fucking produce that.
You're right. We do have to do all of it, and we do have to like develop some level of street smarts too, because we're just hurling our bodies all around the world. Yeah.
No, and even I think that stand-up grounds you. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of actors got famous and they all went through the store or they did stand, you know, Michael Keaton, Andy Garcia. They all experimented with it just to see where it took them.
Yeah.
And they just moved on. It's the ones that become actors, and then when things get bad, they want to do stand-up. I'll smack you in the fucking face. Those people from Saturday Night Live, I love them to death, but they're not stand-ups.
Right, yeah.
They're not stand-ups. And it pisses me off when somebody will say to me, you know who's really funny? This guy. And I'm like, hold on. That's a comedic actor.
Yeah.
That guy gets cut. Cut. You didn't say the line right. The line is this. Okay. And he has to say it again. And all these idiots got to laugh all over again. Mm-hmm. No, we don't have that in stand-up, bitch.
No.
Okay? They're a comedic actor.
Yeah.
We're stand-ups. It's me, a fucking microphone, and bricks. That's it. Fuck your chicken wings. Fuck your nachos. If you watch all those early Richard Pryor fucking albums, was it something I said? The other two that I like that you can't say now because, you know.
Yeah, no, I do also
simple.
feel like when people, when I was on the road a lot, like, you know, like the year, you know, not some like years of my life were crazy where there was nobody else waiting for me, so I could just be on the road. But I do feel like you also learn what actually makes people laugh, and people will very quickly go to you like, oh no, that's not really funny. It's like, I've taken this to the depths of hell and back. Like, and that's when I also realized when people would be like, nobody wants to laugh at that. Nobody's ready for this. Like, I'm like, it's not true. People, you go anywhere and people will laugh at anything. They don't care, you know, like, and that's the one thing that I do feel like people kind of will dismiss stand-ups. But I'm just like, we know, because we go around every pocket of this country and we actually know what people are laughing at today, and that they don't give a shit. Like, that's why stand-ups were the first people to know that like the woke thing wasn't gonna like the thing about being worried about everything you're gonna say, because at the end of the day, people don't care.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like the bitch that's writing me a joke about like, how dare you disrespect your husband? He's a hero or whatever. And I'm just like, the firemen are the ones at my show. Like it's like my show's now 80% fucking firemen who just want me to trash them. Yeah, I'm like, no, they don't give a shit. You think they care? They hurl their bodies into burning buildings, come home and punch a wall. You think they're worried about some Jew's joke? Yeah, they don't care. Don't tell me what people care about.
That's why people ask me all the time, how come we don't go to clubs in the city? I'll tell you why. Because if I walk into one of those clubs and I see those little young pussies cringe, I will knock the fuck out of them and go off. Like, I will go off, you little fucking faggot. Your mother raised a faggot. Look at that. And you can tell they don't eat egg yolks. That's how come they all became pussies, because this new generation, nobody wants to give them egg yolks. They eat those egg whites.
How are you equating egg yolks?
Because egg yolks are one for each fucking nut. That's the way it is since you were born. You ate 2 egg yolks a day, one for each nut. Then some white guy said, no. They're not good for you. Now look outside.
That's amazing.
All these little skinny faggots with the fucking blue shoes and the brown. Look at these young guys. They do fucking little wigs on their head. They look like a fucking Those are fags. They don't even know they're fags yet.
But
They have no idea.
I do. The egg
They have
yolk-
no fucking idea.
The egg yolk makes you gay theory is the most amazing
Well,
thing
no,
I've ever
it
heard.
just weakens you from the fucking
Egg yolk
Don't
is good.
you think the gay guys don't give a shit? Like, you can say anything to gay guys.
No, anything. They
Like,
love
as
it.
a crowd in general, I'm just saying, like, gay guys usually they don't
You
give
always
a
had,
shit.
when you start comedy, you always have these things you put in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hated doing comedy for people with white hair.
Right,
Like, as soon as I saw somebody with white hair, I'm going to bomb. No, you're not.
Right. No, you have those little things in your head. That's
You have
so
those
true.
little things in your
Yeah.
head. I can't say this thing. Dog, I saw Andrew Dice Clay light a room full of fags up in fucking Vegas, and they loved it. They were crying, bringing them up in the things. He went up there and told them, he goes, they're going to build a whole new hotel for you faggots. And you know, I mean, like,
I feel most afraid when I'm like, with the time that I have been nervous in the past was like when I'm doing shows in front of like old Jews, because I'm like, they are disappointed in me. Like I am a disappointment to most Jewish fathers. Like, yeah. Like, they don't want me out there going rogue like this, talking all
rip
this
into those
shit, you know?
motherfuckers. Don't start laughing. Rip
No,
into
I
them.
do feel like now I've gotten past it. But like I think in the beginning, like I remember when I did Last Comic Standing and I got eliminated and I was next to like Felipe Esparza, who's a really funny comic, but like, you know, I didn't know I was going home, first of all. You know when you like don't know you're going home yet? Like I thought I had another show or two at me. So they go like, comics, please step forward. And I was really feeling myself. And I was like, this other comic, Tommy John, again, really funny. I was like, Tommy, let's do like a dumb dance when they told us to step forward. I was like, I'll do like a shimmy. So I was doing a fucking shimmy and then they told me to leave. I was like mid shimmy. I'm like, wait, no, I'm not supposed to leave right now. I was like just doing the dumbest. And then I got a million texts, not like, I'm so sorry they eliminated you. Like, were you just doing a shimmy? And I'm like, no, but ironically. But I do feel like a lot of times, like when I looked at Felipe's crowds, they had signs for him. Like the Latinos come out for their fucking people. You think the Jews were proud of me being up there? They were like, oh my goodness, it's just too much.
And the Jews invented this shit. In Auschwitz, they were doing, somebody was doing stand-up. Right? They're all getting ready to die. Let me tell you a joke one time. 3 Jews and a Nazi walked in. Oop! There goes the match. There goes the oven.
I do feel like there's a lot of times there'll be like a Jewish couple at my show, and I don't think they knew that they were going to see me. Like, I feel like they leave and they're like, Diane Feinstein seemed very uptight tonight. I don't know why she's dating that police officer. Like, I feel like a lot of times old Jewish ladies leave my show and they meant to go to a different show. Do you know what I mean? They're like, Mamma Mia was supposed to be good, but then we saw that terrible whore. And, oh, well.
No, I think all comics have, like I said, I didn't want to talk about abortions or Auschwitz. We also have the same thing for audiences. Mm-hmm. We always have, like I remember going to North Carolina on a college run. I was so excited. Oh my God, Chapel Hill. I hated those motherfuckers afterward. They fucking didn't laugh. They didn't even, I'm like, you're in college. This is the shit you laugh at, you little gay fucks.
I do feel like sometimes our colleges, they're really uptight. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 15 years ago.
Really, yeah.
Before the wokeness. If I'm 18, all I want to hear about is tits, pussy, and fucking beer, right? That's, nobody wants to hear about anything else, when you're 18, 19. I thought, not down there, dog. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, I guess I gotta go.
Wait, what? Also, it's the fucking college's fault. If it's college, it books Joey Diaz at a college. Like, what the fuck do you guys think? Which college, first of all? That's what I want to know.
And here's the sick thing. They had a wet t-shirt contest at halftime. So they brought up 2 comics at a wet t-shirt contest, and then I followed the wet t-shirt contest. So I'm like, I'm in like Flint. I'm going to go up there and talk about her flapjack titties.
Yeah, if you
Indian
follow
chick,
damn
fucking,
tits, it's on them.
Yeah, her titty smells like curry. No. They just stared there like, I'm like, okay.
There was a wet t-shirt contest.
In between, which you hate that shit as a comic. You just want to get back to your hotel
Oh my God,
room.
the worst thing I've ever had to follow. I did a gig once and the woman was like, oh, just so you know, really quick before you go up. And she said this, I swear to God, Joey, she said it like it was just an offhanded thing. She goes, oh, so they're all ready for you in there. Just one quick thing. And then you go up and I go, oh, what's that? She goes, just a special needs choir singing the Star Spangled Banner. Which I would argue, she said it offhandedly. Oh No, nothing.
And it's not
Just
supposed
a
to be funny.
special needs choir singing the Star-Spangled fucking banner. And then you. I would argue that it's better to follow... I'd rather follow Hitler because I can trash Hitler. I can't trash... I'm not going to make fun of a special needs choir.
Are they
I would
sitting in the
much
room
rather
too?
follow Hitler than follow a
And
special
on a
needs
Friday
choir.
night, where
Singing-
was this? Do you remember where this was?
It was it was like at a temple in I think in
Oh, they were
Jersey.
Jewish people.
It was it was like a
okay.
temple gig in Jersey.
Yeah, I get it then.
But it wasn't like during the day. It was like an evening, some kind of fundraiser thing or something.
And you know everybody there on a Friday night did not want to see a bunch of little retards fucking singing stuff.
I think some of them were their parents, so they were like emotional and weeping.
Well, they're out there
and
with
then
the
they're like,
cameras
and
and-
now keep it going for this trash pig.
Yeah, everyone got it sold to them as the special needs choir.
Yeah, and by the way, the special needs choir was jumping up and down afterwards and hugging each other. Like they didn't think they could make it through it. So I can't go up. I mean, you can't acknowledge it. Don't you think it's so much better to follow Hitler than a special needs choir?
I'm telling you, it's somebody.
Because
and
Hitler, I
it's-
can make fun of him,
and
you
it's
know?
always in the Midwest. The Midwest have the goofy things.
Yeah.
The Midwest always have the fucking people. Oh, before the show, we're going to give a special shout out to all the fucking Army people in the area. Well, if you have more than 2 fucking kids that join the Army, this ain't a good fucking town. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No, they don't send the rich kids to the army. I mean, you're
Oh
not
my God.
wrong. Yeah.
You know, when you work the Midwest, you always have those people. Let's keep it going for the armed service. Listen, they don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Just tell me the material.
I know.
And you always
yeah.
get the one mom in the back. My son's in Kuwait getting beat up as we speak, or whatever the fuck.
You're right,
He's
they don't
surrounded
think
with
about
people
that.
putting towels on his head. You know, I just, after a while, you just got to be honest and go, I'm not coming to be no more.
You're not going to what? Like, what do
I
you
don't care how
mean?
much money they make me or how bad I need it. I'm not coming to Iowa to do comedy no more. There's just a couple states that
I know.
you learned right off the bat. I did a show in Chicago once. It wasn't even Chicago. They told me it was all, whatever that's, what's Chicago called, the state?
Illinois.
Whatever the fuck it is. It was at the edge of, it was like the capital of meth.
Yeah.
During my show, everybody was fucked up. And then when the parents left,
There were
that's when-
parents there?
Huh? It was a Mexican restaurant. They were bringing headliners in once a month. Guys, and there's only 2 planes out of there a day. Like
This
if you-
is bringing up gigs I've done because.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the thing that at a certain point it's almost like abuse. Like it's like I've detached. I've gone to some of the darkest places in the world,
Yeah.
and you just detach. You're like a child going to a meadow where it's safe while your uncle's abusing you. Like I'm like, this is bringing up memories for me. I play, and it was like one time I remember it was my fucking birthday, and I was on stage freshly dumped by some guy. Lost my suitcase. I was like in a fucking some university sweatshirt of some bitch that owned the club. Then she's like, just so you know, we don't have a sign outside. We lost our sign rights. Like, that's how poor this town was. I'm like, well, how are they going to find the club? I don't know. She's like, I'm sorry, Shelly, but they need a sign outside, you know?
have no idea.
On stage, like 10,
no
9,
idea.
8. Like, how did I not just hang myself? Like, that's when it's like, how did I not just walk into the ocean and drown?
It's so
Because you were in
tough.
Iowa.
And the crazy thing is that as a comic, you want to do comedy, but this ain't what you signed up for.
No.
Not
No one
at
told
all.
me any
You're
of
like,
this. Yeah.
I didn't sign up for that. I thought Stardom was something different. You know,
Yeah.
I thought that, you know,
Stardom?
whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
Human decency.
You know, human decency.
true.
There's none of
It's-
it.
No,
Like, why would they-
I played in a laundromat, you guys. People were doing their laundry.
Oh yeah. I've done laundromats.
You had
bowling
done your
alleys.
laundry, yeah.
After the longest
And
yard.
the name of the show didn't even have a ring to it. It was like Suds and Laughs or something. And it was just like a few lonely people doing their laundry and me following them around the laundromat, just bothering them with my dumb act. And then you
looking
go
for
home
quarters.
after that, and somehow I didn't kill myself.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
how. It's anyone's guess.
I used to go home and cry and do coke. And go, what the fuck am I doing with my life, man?
I love when the door's on stage, so they have to come in through you.
Oh God, that's the dumbest thing.
That's always my
I
favorite.
did a gig in Amsterdam where the guy kept they open up the show and they act like the guy could barely make it in. Like he goes through the kitchen like, oh, like he's like skidding on stage, looking at his watch, like, hey. And then they bring me on stage. I actually had a pretty good set in Amsterdam. The next comic goes up after me. he was bombing so bad, but we were dying laughing because it could have been me. It was just like an order thing, you know. He was bombing so bad they didn't have anything to cut to. They just cut to some fucking Austrian bitch drinking an empty glass. Like she was just,
Oh, they were filming it. Oh no.
she was just like, ah. Yeah, I mean, you know, but I was, there was many moments on stage where I was just like, I wish, but I had no backup plan. That was the thing with me.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I
Nothing
said
else.
to myself, if this fails, I'm just going to kill people and sell drugs until there was a club in New York, the old Triple Inn. Do you remember that?
I do.
The open mic started at 11. I was in there one night with a suit on thinking, you know, I'm like a fucking idiot. Like, I'm going to make it. I'm in New York City, and I'm doing comedy for 9 people. But I see the chick's hand going up and down. It was a client. She was giving them a hand job at the old Triple Inn. Like she met a homeless girl
Are you
outside.
serious?
Yeah. And I'm
oh my God.
But then 2 nights later, I saw Leguizamo go up there. And he treated it like it was Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
And that was when I learned, oh, you know, it's just a set, guys.
Yeah.
But once you see a girl giving a hand job, or you're like, I'm not gonna. This is not what Lenny Bruce talked about in his book.
No.
Lenny Bruce did not talk about this in his book. Nobody does. We forget, but then when people bring it up, that hand
But I
jobs.
will say, like, at least with you guys, like, you go off stage and you, as comedians on the road, you get laid. Like, do you know what it is to be a female comic on the road? Like, you might die. Somebody could kill you.
Yeah,
the club a lot of times tells they think it's like a good thing to tell the audience where you're staying. They're like, and all our comics stay at the Holiday Inn. It's great for the guys. They're like, here's where you can come blow me after the show.
Yeah.
Or for us, I'm like, oh yeah, stop by and make a suit out of my skin after my fucking 10 o'clock show. And I'm already going to kill myself. I'm in Idaho. Yeah, like, so I do feel like there's another level of like active danger, but I do, you know, I guess it was some combination of not having any other skills for me, and also just like, you know, I loved the high I got. I loved it. Yeah,
there was no backup plan, and you know, when you say that it's easier for comics, they go home, yeah, we fuck girls, but those girls are a nightmare.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, why was that the moment? Are you?
No,
Because they are.
You know, I think about it now.
Were you
like,
thinking about some old lay you had 20 years ago? Yeah.
No,
they're
like,
the
I think
worst.
about it now. Like,
Right.
all those girls were mentally challenged or something, because they would come to a show ready to fuck the comic.
Right.
Well, again, you're in small towns. You're
But the
in Europe.
opposite happens to us. Like, guys will come up to me after a show and like give me a pound. They'd be like, "Good shit!" Like they talk to you like you're a man or something. You know, like, not that I would have wanted to hook up with a stranger. I was, you know, but it just to have somebody like, oh, maybe they'll ask me on a date or something. Nobody's gonna ask the comic. That, yeah, it doesn't happen. Yeah, you're just
And she
throbbingly
can
lonely.
be really hot, and they'll stay away from her.
Never, ever,
and they
ever.
just assume things in their mind. They assume that she's married or whatever, but don't think it's a fucking. I have 1,000 stories about those crazy women
Really?
that came into your room and you're like, why did I let them in my room?
Yeah.
Why? Now I wish they could fucking just leave, you know. But
And then they don't leave. So
no.
you've had to,
And then
yeah.
you just learn, and you're like, that's it. Nobody else is coming in my room no more. I'm going outside and getting a blowjob or in the weeds or something like that.
I remember, I think Jimmy Chip Florentine, we were talking about him before. I can't remember if it was on this now, because now at this point I'm kind of drunk. But Jimmy would, you know, help me when I first started. And I remember sometimes like he would do a thing. I think it was that he would, when he was trying to get laid, he would take that's what he would do. He would take all the furniture out of his hotel room and put it in his features room, so there was nowhere else for the girl to sit but the bed. Can you imagine Jimmy just moving a coffee table like down the hall at some La Quinta, just so that he?
You do some creepy fucking things out there, though.
Yeah, no, it's weird on the road. I will say
And
that.
you're like
Yeah,
that. I hope nobody ever. And you know what? Nobody's ever. Even today, I'm like, that chick from fucking Beaumont, Texas, better not call now and say she remembers what happened. But none of them. They just
no
went
kid,
through
no
life.
no pop up kids, no surprise
Nothing.
kids.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just the weirdest thing that I learned so many things about women at the Comedy Store.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a woman on a fucking date would come and then blow a comic in the bathroom while she was on a date and go back to the table like nothing happened.
God damn it. He probably was a hack too. If I could, I'd be the Robin Hood of pussy and take it away from some of these hacks and give it to the give it to the good writers.
It's a really weird. Listen, you got to be crazy to do stand-up.
You have to be insane. Obviously, I'm unwell, but also I also feel like a lot of times, like I would be opening for a guy. I don't know if you ever had this experience, or like some guy would be featuring, and I would be like, the guy would be the biggest hack, but then he'd be the loveliest, nicest person you've ever met in your life. So you do meet these people that are just mentions. They've been on the road forever. I remember I was like selling my album after my show. And this guy was opening for me, and he was selling stickers that said Beaver Hunter Catch and Release Program. And let me tell you, they were like flying off like hotcakes. Like he sold every last sticker, you know?
Well, that's what they're there for. Like they'll talk, because I'm featuring right now. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. And they'll talk, they'll be like, oh, I've sold out of every shirt, and they made $1,600 in shirts, and they do. Yeah. That's gross. Who would want to? I wouldn't want to have to do that joke to sell that shirt.
And sometimes it'll be the sweetest guy too. Like, you know, and you could see the fatigue in his eyes when he was saying it. He's like, I'm a beaver hunter, catch and release program. Come on, ladies, just $5. Just at the end, you could just see, like, again, like he was just gonna go back to his room and like do a line and finalize his divorce. Like he was just trying to make money. You know, like
I love the road. Yeah. And then it just, once I stopped doing drugs, I'm like, I don't want to go on the road no more.
Yeah.
Because I would go on the road to do drugs and my wife wouldn't know. And I was like, fuck it. Once I got cleaned, I'm like, I don't want to go on the road no more.
I don't know if you've covered this story or if you don't want to talk about it, but what was like the last thing where you were like, I can't do drugs anymore? Like, what was the thing where you stopped?
Listen, I was trying to quit for like 3 fucking years, you know, because I knew I was going into the major leagues. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going into the major leagues. You can't bring this shit into you when you're in the fucking major leagues. I did that movie for Adam, and I really got motivated to quit. And then it was just a thing that happened 3 days. My friend got cancer, and she was in the hospital for a long time. Real dirty comic. Comedy store regular. Mitzi loved her. And I went to see her at her house, and she was talking to me, and she goes, you know, God wants me to not do dirty jokes no more. She goes, if I live from this, I'm never going to do a dirty joke again. In the middle of all that, she stopped and she goes, you got to stop doing coke. And the way she looked at me, she was dying. I knew she was like a week or two away from dying. But how she looked at me, like, you got to stop doing coke. And I was like, I thought about it. And then I had something here. I had the whole weekend here, and they put me up at the... No, what's the fucking hotel off the 3 where they sell Howard Johnson, where they sell fucking, they sell saltwater taffy and all that shit. I don't know if it's still there. This is about, this is 2007 when this happened. And I remember like being excited to come here, and I bought coke that Friday. And I went back to the room, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not in the mood to do this. And the next day I got the call, she died.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I'm really not doing this package. So it was like, I went back to LA, and they had a thing for her at the Comedy Store, like that Tuesday. And I went, and it was LA, so even people who didn't like her were there, like, you know, eating the food.
Of course, yeah.
I saw this one motherfucking producer that I knew she had problems with, and he's back there eating the food, you know, like nothing. And I said, and I had coke in my pocket. I'm like, I'm not going to go through this without doing coke. And I remember I got on stage and I was doing some material, and I just stopped. And I go, you fucking cocksucker. How dare you come to her fucking wake? You used to talk shit about it. He's like, I go, you're not even funny. You're not even a fucking comedian. He's like, his name was Jeff Valdez. And he was half Jewish, half Mexican. And that was his fucking act. He'd come out with a hat on, with fucking like, he put like jingles on a yarmulke and play the guitar.
Oh, God, why does he have to?
Fucking comic, motherfucker. And he goes, well, my name is on the wall. And I'm like, that's from sucking dick. And his wife was there. Everybody was. I don't like that shit. You don't like somebody in real life, I'm paying my respect. You don't need to pay your respect. You didn't like him. Get the fuck out of here, you fake fuck. I just drilled into this motherfucker, and I just said, listen, I'm going to wrap this up in 5 minutes. When I get off the stage, if you're still here, I'm going to fuck you motherfuckers up. And this motherfucker yells, but my attorney's here. I'll fuck him up too. Dog, when I put that mic down, I had 20 comics on me like, Joey, don't even. He left.
Right.
They had to leave. And I remember that night I didn't do the coke. And I was like, fuck. Then that week, my wife brought 2 kittens upstairs.
Aww.
And they were going to die. They had anemia, whatever the fuck it was. And I liked the one, but I didn't like the other motherfucker. The one kitten I didn't like. I'm like, die. But the other one I was sad about. Like, he was going to die, and I kept feeding him oatmeal and shit. And I went to bed that night. I was doing coke. And I went to bed that night, and my wife woke me up at 4, and she goes, DJ died. And I was like, close the door. And I go, you know what? This other cat can't die. And I ran to him, I got on my knees, and I go, God, if you save this motherfucker, I'll never do coke again. Trust me, I was like Netanyahu. I had my fingers crossed, you know what I'm saying? Behind me, cease deal, cease fire, yeah, sure. I got these motherfuckers. That cat lived. I never did coke again because I made a promise.
That's incredible.
And it wasn't a promise to God, it was a promise to me as a man that I had to do that. It was time, like it was just time. And I tell people all the time, I did so much, I did more in 18 years than I did my whole life. I couldn't imagine if I wouldn't have done coke all my life, how much more I would have done.
Do you think you would be alive today if you kept going, or no?
No, I was
No
ready
way.
to die
Right.
because I was already getting jolts on my back.
Yeah.
Like I could feel them jolting on my neck and stuff. So I knew, and again, I didn't want my wife to find me on the floor.
Yeah.
There's some people who are cut out for that. They find you, they call the ambulance, and they move on with their lives. I knew she couldn't handle it. I knew that if she woke up and saw my little fat feet in the kitchen,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have made it. That would have been rough for her. So I was like, I'm saving her life. I'm, saving my own. And that cat lived. And I got a fucking chain of that cat in my car.
That's such a
I got
beautiful
a pillow
thing.
somebody made me from that cat.
And I bet you anything, you telling that story will really, really help somebody. You never know who your story is going to help.
Listen, man, we make promise. I was in jail. I was in
it's a powerful
fucking
story.
halfway house. I was looking at 48 years, and that wouldn't stop me from snorting coke. I would take furloughs to get an ounce of coke, knowing they were going to test me on Monday. And then I have to drink vinegar
Yeah.
and fucking put Drano on my dick, to
Drano
fall
on my
into the
dick
piss
is
test.
amazing.
Oh, please, you have no idea. So it was just over. Like one day it just says, you know
One
what,
day
man?
you're like, I took this to the play. Yeah. And you
it
knew
wasn't a
something
rehab,
and you
It
knew.
wasn't God. It wasn't anything. At one point in your life, as a man, as a woman, you got to go, this is over today.
Yeah, it's over.
Like,
It's a
this
wrap.
ends today. There's no
Yeah.
coming back. There's no, I relapse. No, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You're a fucking man, bitch. And now you got these people, I'm clean for 90 days, drinking water. I'll smack you. You weren't even supposed to do drugs. Why are
Yeah.
you so fucking proud of yourself? Lee, you all right?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Lee does not know where he is right
I've been
now.
here the whole time.
Every hour it's almost jarring because I'm like, oh wait, he is
Yeah.
here. Is he okay?
I'm fine.
It's just really weird the shit you got to put up with people now, the stories and the fucking.
No.
And you're like, it's that easy. Either you want it or you don't, bitch.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And
Yeah.
it's that easy. But people, want to do 9 rehabs. If you're not ready to stop, you're not gonna stop. You go to
Something in
God,
you knows,
right? How many
yeah.
people, look at these idiots go to jail. And what happened in jail? They all get the Bible. Oh, the Lord. Fucking 2 feet off that fence. That Bible goes up in the air.
Yeah.
Once their homies come to pick them up and they smell
At
the
the end of the day,
blunt,
you're ready or you're not.
Get
Whether
the
it's your
fuck outta
dreidel
here.
dick theory or a fun-loving kitten, you're gonna fucking be ready when you're ready. No, it's true. I feel like sometimes just something, but also I feel like that lady, you loved her and she changed the course of your life, and you knew that she really loved you. I do think that kind of, look, don't play soft piano music under my monologue, but I know nothing. But I'm just saying, like, I do feel like sometimes that kind of drug use, and I say this as somebody who has loved alcoholics my whole life, I do feel like it comes from a sense of, self-loathing. And if you know somebody loves you, and if you really see it, it can change the course of your life. Just really believing them in that moment.
It's like when you have that fucking peanut butter. The jar won't open, you give it to your uncle. He's got muscles, steroid Louis, but then your grandma comes along and goes, It just takes that one.
It takes like that one person.
And maybe I don't know. It was just weird the way she said it to me. She said, God wants you to stop smoking coke. She like stopped her conversation and she looked at me. She goes, God wants you to stop doing coke. And I was like, fuck. Okay, good luck. But
there's also who she was. She was very close to you. You knew she was about to pass on.
She used to hold the coke for me.
Right.
When I was selling coke at the Comedy Store, I would give it to her at night to hold. To her and her husband, and then I would go over the next day and get it, or I would go knock on that door at 5. I need that shit.
But she had that insight probably towards the end of her life.
Her husband was a gang leader.
Yeah.
Her husband was a Crip.
Yeah.
She was Mexican. Her husband was black as can be, tougher than nail, Crip.
He ran
his own set, and one day he comes up to me at the Comedy Store, like, can I talk to you, brother? He goes, man, I gotta get in on this Adam Sandler movie. That's my favorite motherfucker in the world. I'm like, you're a Crip. You're like Adam Sandler's dog. I'll kill for Adam Sandler. So I had to bring him on the show. I told everybody he was my probation officer. And Burt Reynolds got a hold of him for like 8 hours. He's like, I became friends with Burt Reynolds. I got his motherfucking number and shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I liked him. I go, my probation officer wants to come today. Like, we didn't even know you're on probation. Yeah, I got problems, Adam.
I do feel like coke also, like, I did coke for a few times when I was like in my early 20s. I loved it. I don't really have as much an addictive personality really, but I was like, even I knew, I was like, this is delightful. Like, and when you find your drug, I was like, this is my drug. But I'm so vain that I look like shit the next day. Like, you look jacked up.
I wouldn't look in the mirror.
No, it was mangling me.
I would never look in the mirror.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm 20. Like, I can't do this to myself. I was like 20, 21. Yeah. And I stopped. But also, I feel like people lie on coke to such a degree that it's like, that is one thing that helped me to decide that I wasn't going to do it again, was just like watching other people on blow, because nothing makes you look more ludicrous than when you're not on blow talking to somebody who is. I remember I was dating this guy and he's like, I'm not doing it. I know you want to fight right now, but I'm not on it. He was just like a wild alcoholic. And I'm like, there's blow all over your nose. He's like, I'm not taking the bait. I know you'd like to pretend I'm high right now, but I'm not. Yeah, he was fucked up out of his mind, just drunk and high. And then he just sort of slowly fell into the carpet, like right after he said that. He's like, I'm not doing it, bitch. You want to fight with me? You can go ahead and fight, but I don't get high. And
then that's what I liked about the road. You meet those coke fiends on the road. You can put coke in their asshole, on their pussy, on their titties. It's a
I didn't have that shared experience with you.
I'm savage.
I didn't put as much. I never put coke on no titties.
You put some ice cubes in there. You put a fucking ice cube, or you put those rock candies.
You know what I love is that you respected me enough to think that I might have had that story. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, the good old days when I was headlining and fucking smothered some bitch's cans with blow.
I wasn't even headlining. I was featuring for Joe.
Really?
All those motherfuckers would go, what happened to Joey Diaz? That's why Joe calls me the breeze.
Oh,
no goodbye, no
gone.
nothing. I would go right to the office, give me an advance.
Yeah.
We're going to check with Joe. Listen, give me the fucking advance. Just give me the fucking 100. I would take the $100 bill and I would buy coke.
And could you find it anywhere?
Yeah, the waiter.
The waiter. I guess everybody has it, yeah.
And whoever they tell me, like, stay away from that girl. That's the girl.
That's the girl, right,
the girl that you bring home and she does 2 bumps and she's like on the chair. And you're like, oh my God, she's grinding the fucking chair on blow. You could do it. I could light candles in her asshole. This is going to be great. And then I would just go to Miami.
Right.
I would go to that improv down there in Coconut Grove. And they would book the features for 2 weeks in a row. Ooh. I would leave there fucking.
Would you have any money left? Would you be able to just blow it all? Once you started, you didn't stop.
I would leave Miami owing them $250 for the next time, and then I just finally got the owner's credit card. All right, I got the general manager's, Joe's dog. These motherfuckers forget I'm from New York City. I got he gave it to me once. I said, I'm going to Montreal. And he just took his American Express card, the improv, and put it on the table. And he goes, yeah, just tell him, you can pay me out of your check. Shit. I was booking flights everywhere on that fucking credit card.
Oh my God.
For like a year, I was booking flights on that bitch. And then Joel, Joel, the guy from fucking Tempe? I don't know if you ever met him.
No.
He's the owner. He's one of the owners. I was there the first night he got on. December, like 30th, 1999, 98. He was just a fucking assistant manager. And he was so green that he would turn and count the money at the end of the night, but this way. And he would look at the safe. I would go in there and take 100 right off the top, right in front of him. I go, Joe, let me get another 100 advance. What are you talking about? Give me another 100. He's like, you don't have no money. Go, call fucking Joe. Because Joe was the boss there.
Wow.
Call Joe and wake him up. I got whatever I fucking want here. He didn't even know I already had 100 that I stole from him from top of the thing. That's where the bus boys robbed the safe.
Wild.
They took $19,000 on a Friday night. Dog, Miami Improv.
That's why they made my check now.
Was the
Were
shit.
you on the road with him like during these days?
No, I know I don't have hair. I'm 36, which
Right,
is terrifying. But no, I swear to God.
Wow, that's insane.
What's that?
And did they just that like stealing from the safe of the owner, like that is like that's wild.
If you're that stupid, I gotta rob you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave money out and look somewhere else at the TV show, I'm gonna rob you.
I'm that stupid.
And I'll take like just 100. I'm not greedy.
I'm like I'm
100
so
get me
ADD. I'm
started.
like a perfect person to steal from. I'm shedding debit cards I was like some dumb sack that's wide open like a fool.
I was buck wild on the road. Because
Yeah.
we're not making any money. So
Yeah, so
I used to
you
go into
had
Kmart.
to.
I'd be
Yeah.
on the road driving. I go into Kmart and take something expensive and walk around. I wouldn't even walk out. I walk right into the counter. My aunt gave me this coffee maker. I already have it. Really? All right, let's return. Do you have a receipt? No, I lost it. It was a holiday. Do you want check or cash? That's a tough one. You know, because they're like,
Right,
You don't
right.
want fucking cash. Give me the cash. Then they give you the tax, the plus tax. So you were even getting the tax back. You have no fucking idea.
Did you ever feel like, were you ever afraid? Like, it seems like you never were, you would get caught. Who taught you?
Jersey.
Jersey, just be, like
This is
growing
Hudson
up in
County
Jersey.
balls.
That's the thing
Steal
here.
it.
It's like I grew up in Bethesda, Maryland. Like, yeah, the most like naughty thing we did was like steal stickers from like the mall or something.
And
Yeah.
then you just get better at it. Like you
Yeah.
just know the fucking body moves and the body language of people, and they don't, they have no fucking idea. But
Yeah.
I've always said, if you're gonna let me rob you, I'm gonna rob you, even if I'm a Catholic, just to show you that you're a dumb.
Can
fuck.
somebody knit that for me, please? I'd like that on a sampler. If you're gonna rob me, I'm gonna fucking rob. Like that. Also, you have to know. You have to be ready at any moment. Doesn't that make you anxious when you're robbing people like that? Like, aren't you always thinking you're about to get clocked? Like, do you have to sit in a diner like next to the wall or something? Does anybody know what I'm trying to say right now? Can you
No.
help me? Like, you know, when you have to
No.
sit by a wall because you know somebody always wants to
Clock you? No.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd stick around for that long.
Look, I charged a guy
Right.
$2,000 to join the mafia in Colorado. And I brought him an application, okay? If you're that stupid, and he gave me, and he still calls me. I never heard from those people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say to you, Doug? I'm an old school fucking piece.
How did he say that he wanted to join that conversation?
You have no idea. Don't even start. We could sit here for days, not even hours.
That'd be amazing if he was like he was in a pancake house applying to be the general manager, and he's like, "I got a better offer for you, kid."
I still remember casting directors
Oh,
asking me
my
if I could
God.
buy him a pound of weed.
Oh my
When
god!
I was with a certain agency, and they're like, this casting director. And I would get her a pound of weed, and then I would take like half out and do the boulder trick. I would spray it with a bottle so it would be heavier. So she
Oh,
would weigh it
my
and go, it's
God.
next day you take that home. That weed is dry. That motherfucker's half gone. And she would call me back. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah, we're fucking. And then I just got to the point if you didn't give it to me, I was just going to take it. And that's when you're complete. But I had no parents. I had nobody to say I'm ashamed of you for being in jail. I was like, fuck it, let's have some fun. If you're gonna
Did
feel
you
this
change?
way.
Did you change like once you stopped doing blow? Did you change like the way you operated everywhere? And did you tell people? Because I would imagine if you go back to these places, they're like, "Oh, there's crazy Joey Diaz. I can go, do lines with him."
No,
Like, did you tell people that you weren't doing it, or how did
Yeah,
you
but I
stop
got-
yourself from the
I
temptation?
stopped the criminal activity when I met my wife. The only thing I did when I met my wife was I always had to rob a lighter from 7-Eleven. That's just as old. If you're gonna put the lighters right there,
Sure.
I gotta rob you. So that kept my powder dry for
Right.
years, just stealing those lighters. Every once in a while, I did something like on a movie set. I'd fucking take the roller skates from the first movie I was on. I just started stealing roller skates. By the time the movie ended, there wasn't a roller skate over size 8. Everybody was walking around with ingrown toenails. Basketball. That was my first movie.
Really?
And I didn't give a fuck, you know?
But how did you stop? Like, how did you have a time where you, like...
Comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
Comedy. And then there was times I would pull up to the comedy store.
And once you knew, you just knew you hit the end of the road, so that there wasn't really as powerful a temptation, because you're like, I've done that. I've done every possible...
I see people do it all the time.
Yeah.
They get help, they get steady, 6 months, and then they do something that's so stupid. It doesn't even make sense. And I remember still pulling up to the comedy store in 97, flat broke, living with a stripper, fucking... And I'll never, because the checks came out at like 4. We would go up there early and work, and come on, you got to give me the check. It was like $130 check. That's how poor we were.
Yeah.
But I still remember going up there on a Friday and seeing like 3 bottles of Jack Daniels for the weekend, and whiskey, and 8 cases of beer. And I could have took those motherfuckers, you know. A case of Jack Daniels, you're not going to hold that for a long time. That's going to go, you know. And I remember going like, if I even fuck around up here, it's going to ruin my fucking comedy career.
Right.
And that's the old saying, don't let your character ruin your destiny.
That's a beautiful saying. I never heard that. Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
You're gonna be, you know, if you like to suck dick, don't mix it in with what you love.
Yeah.
You know, and that was my problem. And then I just kept to the coke. And I kept it on my own. And I never did it with people. I would do one line at the comedy store and leave. Just to get the little fucking wing going. Today I was thinking about that. I would go to towards the end, because we were talking about how high my tolerance is.
Yeah.
When I quit coke, I would go over there and buy a half 8-ball, 125 at about midnight.
Wow.
And I couldn't wait to get to the light. Because at the light, I'd snort fucking half of it. That's a half an 8-ball. The whole thing. And by the time I got to my garage and got upstairs, I was a little high, and then I'd have to get another half 8-ball. But I could snort a half 8-ball in one shot.
Yeah.
And that's pretty fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty fucking sad. Like, so I just didn't want to mix my personal life with the comedy store. And it worked. It worked. You know, it fucking worked. Yeah, we did stupid shit up there, but not enough to ruin my career. And I never got banned. I never got banned out of that. You got what they used to call that?
Banned. Yeah. Like nobody ever said they wouldn't have you back, even after you robbed their safe. That's when you got a good personality, I gotta say.
Well, you know what's crazy? Rogan was banned.
Really?
After the Carlos Mencia thing. Eddie Griffin was banned. A lot of people, she would ban you for a while, and then you work yourself back in. But she used to come up to me, don't take your dick out no more. You know, in the beginning. Don't take it out. It scares people. Never.
The fact that she just had to say that again and again, just like exhausted. This poor woman. She's like, for the love of God.
She was great to me. Like she knew who I was. Like the second night I was a regular, I threw fists up there, and she loved it.
And did you have other people that were like after that, your friend that passed that cared that much to say that to you? Did you have other mentors? Do you feel like after that, or just people that kind of helped you to stay clean and not to go back to that life?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Because they don't listen. They don't give a fuck. You know, people,
right.
They don't care. Like I was telling my nephew, this year, this last New Year's, was the first time I saw somebody snorting coke in maybe 15 years. Like I never saw that. And not one urge that I have to do it. Like I did not. I just knew it was not for me anymore. And I know, because who I am, that if I ever did a line again, I'd be dead the next day.
Yeah.
Because I made a promise.
Yeah.
I made a promise to myself, which is better than anybody else you can make a promise to.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact, if I did just a little bit, my life would go to being crazy. The daughter would disappear. The money would disappear.
Everything.
My wife would disappear. Podcast would disappear. You know, everything would disappear. So I always knew that. Even if I didn't snort it ever again, just breaking my fucking word as a man at that point, I would have been done.
Yeah. I bet it has helped other people.
And dog, I love robbing people. I would love to go into a fucking, you know, these little young faggots now that are selling meth and all this shit. What are they selling? Fucking.
Only you
these
can.
little
You'll
pills?
say the most beautiful thing, and then
You
the next
fucking
is
walk in there
fascinating.
with 3 gorillas, kick that door down, shoot up, watch them pee themselves. Get them against the wall, suck my dick. Yeah. It's hysterical because that's what we did in the 80s.
Yeah.
Nobody was ready for cocaine. Nobody was ready. So after all the gangsters started doing it, when I came back in 84 from Colorado, all these people that were like decent people were doing it. They didn't know that side of the business.
Right.
They were like, this is great, selling coke, bitch. And then we got motherfuckers from North Bergen who will kick your fucking door down and take it from you. And that's when because they were suckers.
Right,
They'd never been in
right.
this business. They didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
They just saw people singing and dancing and getting their dicks sucked. But they never thought about the big bad wolf. They never thought about the big bad wolf. And it was crazy. I had a protector when I lived in New Jersey all those years. I had 2 protectors. I had a cop and I had a buddy of mine, Mike Runny. He was off the fucking chain, crazy. And my friend's Hashway had to call me to the side and go, that motherfucker don't pay for cigarettes. He just walks behind the counter and takes them. He was a crazy dude growing up. I saw him do some crazy fucking things. When I left here, I was like, what am I going to do without my protector? And I had to become him. The only way I could survive was by becoming him. And he was off the chain. Like, he didn't even let you put your hands up. You had something in your head before you even opened your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And that's what got me in trouble all the time. That we're from Jersey. We're from the New York area. We ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
And then you smack them, and what do they say? I'm calling the police. You were just talking all this WAPO shit. What police? What police? I've been assaulted. Yeah. What'd you think was gonna happen? You just called the motherfucker, and you thought he was one of your white buddies from fucking, church, Oh, you're a motherfucker too. No! You're gonna get knocked in the fucking head. And that's what. Listen,
There's nothing funnier than someone that doesn't expect to be
Watch what
punched.
happens in today's world.
Yeah.
These YouTubers, they think it's cute coming up to you and saying, oh, Rachel Feinstein is fat. How about I smack you in the fucking mouth? Let's see how fucking fat you are, motherfucker. And
How about I shoot you?
They're calling 911.
Yeah.
They're calling their attorney,
Wait, you guys, am I fat and I didn't know it?
No.
That's all I took from that. No, I do. You can't read the comments. I read the comments and I drive myself crazy. Yeah.
That didn't slide when we were kids. And that shit didn't slide at all.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't fly. Like, no, if somebody said, fuck you, Spick, okay, we're at it. And that dude would not say it. I'm calling the police. That wouldn't happen. You just said that. You knew what to expect. If you didn't, you're a fucking idiot, but you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
And that's what today's society doesn't see.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy with the tattoos. Everybody gets a tattoo, and they're a tough guy. Bro,
Right.
knock it the fuck off. When I was growing up, you had to do 20 years to get a tattoo, or be in the Navy and shoot a Jap. You had to do something. You had to do something. Okay? You had to do something. These women with the tattoo. You had to suck 1,000 dicks when I was a kid, and you get raped at a biker rally, and if you lived, you got a tattoo of a heart on your fucking foot. You know what I'm saying? If you lived. If the sperm didn't kill you. Now, you got all these women with a gun. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, I mean,
I don't care no more.
Look at me acting like I have any
I
point of
don't
reference for
care.
this. Yeah.
I don't care, okay? I don't care no more. You got to say the truth. If not, it's the truth.
When I hear these tales, I'm so surprised somebody hasn't punched me in the face. Like, I'm just like, I guess, because I have a mouth on me, but I haven't been tuned up yet. Never say never. No, but I do think also it's just because I grew up the worst thing that could happen to you was you would get kicked out of Hebrew school or something. I mean, I didn't come from a tough line of men either. I come from, lawyers that can't process dairy. Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, that's what I come from.
True. Going back to the 2 egg
people.
yolks. Look, when we were
nobody
eating
has tough stories in my past.
When we were eating 2 egg yolks, nobody was allergic to fucking peanuts. All these my daughter made the best fucking brownies this week.
Yeah.
She put walnuts in them, and I'm like, thank you for putting the walnuts. And she goes, these little fags. Even my daughter feels that way. 12-year-old little girl. She tells me shit sometimes, and I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking crazy.
Right.
Because it's the truth. Ever since we started eating egg whites, kids started, I'm allergic to walnuts. I'm allergic to raisins. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking? Can you tell an Irish motherfucker with 9 kids, the father's a fireman, and you're gonna come home and tell him, I'm allergic to peanut butter. I can't eat that. Motherfucker, I'm saving cats off a tree. You better eat the fucking peanut butter. I don't give a fuck if you're going to fucking aesthetics, foam from the mouth. I don't give a fuck. You're eating that peanut butter. But now the parents play along like, oh yeah, he's allergic to seafood.
No, Pete is he's like the opposite. Like,
No. I'm saying like people, women. I'm allergic to lobster. Well, you better suck a good dick. You know what I'm saying? You're allergic to lobster. The fuck is wrong with you? You're a woman. You gotta eat lobster. That comes with lobster sperm, balls, and fucking and banana pudding. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like he doesn't remember when Frankie was, my daughter was like 6 months, but he's the opposite. I feel like firemen are way the opposite, where they don't give a shit about anything. You have to be on fire for them to give a flying fuck. Yeah, but like, I was like, she can't eat carrots yet, you know? Like, she was trying to give her a carrot. She's like 6 months. I'm like, she can't eat that. He's like, I wouldn't worry about it. I know infant CPR. I'm like, you're not supposed to test it out on your own kid. He's like, hey, don't sweat it, sugar. I know infant CPR. Like, how about just don't feed her carrots? Yeah. But no, I mean, I didn't, these stories are fascinating to me. I literally have no point of reference. Like, I'm like, also, I played some of these clubs. I'm like, this was going on? Well, I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know? I thought the biggest scandal was whether they didn't give me my bonus on the Late Show. You know, like, I had no idea this was happening.
They had a comedy club in Kansas City. Do you remember the owner had a wig?
I heard about this Kansas City one. Yes.
The steam would break the wig, the glue. He'd be all coked out.
Also, I think I came in a little after, like, people were doing this level of blow.
That was 2003. The first time I did it was like 2001. That fucking guy, Roger Paul, booked me in that.
Oh, yeah.
Then he made a comeback to call me in 2000. I was shooting SUV, and he goes, can you do the club? I can't do Wednesday. Okay. Let me tell you something. I get to the fucking airport. The plane lands like at 10:30. And I'm waiting, and all of a sudden I'm looking at the wall, and there's cop. And I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? I don't know, you know. And I look, and the club manager runs in, he's like, you got your license on you? I go, yeah. He goes, you're going to tell them that you're driving, because I'm too fucked up. And I'm like, what? All right. And I get the luggage, and we walk out, and he's like, he's driving. Okay. And all of a sudden, him and his creepy girlfriend get in the back, and they start snorting coke. And I'm like,
oh my God.
I hope you could save me some. And the guy's like, no, we're going to do it all. And I go, I'll stop this fucking car and get that fucking cop. Don't play with me. It's 9:45 at night, bitch. Okay, we just found a gram in my pocket. Fucking. Oh, some of these clubs are fucking, you know, they were hysterical.
Yeah.
That's a complete different podcast, because you're still on the road. I don't want you to get tortured. You know? I don't want you to get fucking. There was club managers that were fucking comics.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of insane.
About the agent at Gersh when I was coming up, there was an agent, real good looking to the waist down. She was one of those flubby ladies that, I don't know, she never did yoga, nothing, like her ass nothing to the hips. She was banging all the black acts.
Right.
She banged so many of them, they moved her into literary. Oh my God.
Moved her into literary is amazing. Like, that would be the logical thing.
There's no black office. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't fucking know why they moved to the literary. Oh my God.
So, I mean, like,
You have no fucking idea. This is the craziest world.
I had no idea any of this was going on. All I know is Joey's a bad boy, and I'm never going to this part of Jersey again. I'm terrified. I'm lucky I didn't get mugged by a bunch of hoodlums.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, like I said, I've been litigated.
I'm sweating like a faggot eating a corn dog in this motherfucker.
You're right next to a heater.
Whew. Turn this fucking heat off.
Yeah, can we take a quick break?
No, we're taking a quick break. Rachel.
Yes.
Where's your dates?
I don't know if I'm going on the road ever again. It's not safe out there. I think I'm a secretary now, bitch. No, I'm on the road. Where am I? I'm going to be in Chicago and a bunch of other cities, San Diego, LA and
What's your
Texas.
website?
Next week I'll be in Texas. You can go to rachel-feinstein.com or go to Punch Up Live and you can look my name up and also watch my Netflix special. It's called Big Guy and it's streaming right now. I learned so much today, Joseph. God, he's
Next time
scary
we'll
out
break
there.
More shit. I'm gonna tell you about the pop rocks. You put them in your pussy, and they go pop, 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 pop. That's a party too.
My grandma told me about that.
Yeah,
She was
that's-
like, wait, pop rocks on the pussy there. It's nothing like
There's
it.
nothing like
It's
it.
my favorite thing to do during Hanukkah. A little dreidel and some pussy pop
Oh my
rocks. It's
god!
a
And when they put
perfect
it on your dick
cocktail.
and suck it, it's like the 4th of July. It's popping. They don't know what the fuck to do.
Fuck the
They're like
Afikoman.
fuego, fuego. Oh my god!
Dreidel.
Have a great week. I got no fucking dates. Yeah, I do. I got
You got fucking
Moon Tower.
Yeah.
Moon Tower. The second show. There's still tickets. I don't know what's going on in Jersey. They say it's sold out, but it's a bunch of people. I don't know. I don't even know. Who gives a fuck? Oh, May 17th.
Parks.
Parks Casino, Philadelphia. I know they still got tickets. I never even announced it. How fucking crazy am I? I've been in the hospital and shit. I had problems, guys. So, what's up, George? Not a fucking peep tonight. Good. No Cafe Tivoli, nothing. All right. We'll be back next week with another fun-filled episode. And we'll have Rachel back to explain all that other shit to her because she's a nice girl. Love you, cocksuckers. Stay black.